live.
We are
So
now.
I'd argue that's
Yep.
You asked that
asymmetric.
question at the perfect time.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop with more San Sebastian. If you're enjoying what we're doing, there are many ways to support the show. There are a couple ways to support the show. You
You can give us support by sending us your
you
mom's
can
number.
we have a link on our Beacons page to hear a forge. You can
Sorry,
buy
we're
it
gonna be
here,
unhinged tonight.
We have a coffee for direct donations. You can become a Twitch subscriber. That's another way that we don't really talk about. And we have
We're
a Red
also
Bubble with
accepting
merch.
thoughts and prayers at this time.
You
That's
could
the
become a
fourth-
Glory sub.
Gifting a subscription is
I was
discounted
joking about
for a
Tory
couple
Glory.
days.
Maria
Tory
knows what's
is
going
into
on.
subs, definitely.
Glory,
It just jury sub. says at the bottom of my screen,
don't
gift
know
a
what
sub,
Glory-
35% off.
Cool.
So
I think
it's possible.
for the next couple days, it looks
Yeah.
like.
And if you have an Amazon Prime, you can sub
Yeah,
for
just
free with that.
Yeah, just use your Prime sub.
Just have
You
to
don't
renew
waste
that
your
every
money
month.
on Amazon.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video on YouTube, we're live sometimes, like we are now. So join us live. That's always fun.
I mean, we're live more often than not nowadays.
Yeah.
When we're like on.
When we're here.
Personally, I'm undead.
That tracks.
I mean, I don't exist, so like, I'm not alive.
I am a husk of a person.
I'm not even alive.
I'm a mass
Is
hallucination.
that? Oh,
Delusion.
the third thing I talk about. If you want to keep up with updates on the about the show, all of our social media is also on the Beacons page, and a link to the Discord. So,
Yeah.
Sweet. What
Codified
links do we
mass
have on this
hallucinations.
Discord?
oh my god! So you can join our Discord and chat with us and hear about how much I.
Yeah. All the links.
Yeah.
are good.
Finland. For some unknown reason that Charlie's not going to tell us ever because it's funny.
Oh, did you say we have merch? Because we have merch.
Yes, we have a Red Bubble merch. I mentioned that one in there.
Ooh.
It
And
probably got
someday
all the
lost.
links
I'll
work.
put all of the San Sebastian stuff. I know we have
Oh, it's up.
pins and
Well, not all of
stickers.
it.
Yeah.
I need
should
to
be
do
in
like
charge.
the sweatshirts and stuff.
We have pins and stickers,
But I want to do like fun stuff for them. Like
and we have the notebook
I gotta
starring Ryan Gosling.
I gotta finish it. I'm gonna just make a random merch and put it in our merch
That's
store.
what I did.
That's totally fine.
I mean,
And
didn't
the
we
Pork
last
Chop
time
Express menu.
make
Oh,
something
yeah.
randomly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody said something funny, so I turned it into merch.
Oh yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
God.
glitter
Drama,
trauma.
but with glitter.
Glitter
Drama. That's how we do
All
at
right.
Tift. Is we just random funny thing, turn it into merch.
You had a great, super succinct, super clear introduction.
Mhm.
To this
That's
session.
totally intelligible.
Bro, you're up.
Okay. Just passing
please.
the torch over to me.
Use
Alright.
word good now, please.
Punting it to you. Hey, you're responsible.
You have the brain cell. Bye.
Alright.
Have fun.
Well, welcome back to San Sebastian, everyone. Last time, for those of us who did not join us, we had our first encounter with the Silver Spectre, Silver Phantom's erstwhile father, who only a few members of the team know about. But he definitely had some words for Danny after the Misfits successfully managed to, I guess, foil his robbery. They then
we did.
had
We did.
a
We played
ultra
keep away
sicked on him,
with,
but
we played keep away with SP's daddy.
With a diamond
Yep.
egg.
with a diamond egg, a diamond Martian egg.
I don't know
Can't
what
forget
was
the
in it. I
aliens
just
were
know he
involved.
wanted it.
We could have
And-
eaten that. I'm a little upset I didn't get to eat it.
we didn't get to eat it.
I mean, to be fair, if you had eaten it, he might have killed you and then extracted it from your
I
stomach. So
I think I would have been fine.
Probably. If any of the
Maybe.
rest of us had eaten it, Probably not.
well, the rest of us weren't invited to dinner.
Yeah.
no.
One of the rest of you eats it, and he just Dr. Manhattan's your ass. Just
Pulls our intestines out. Getting it back.
But at this point in the game, that was 4 days ago. for we are picking up on August 21st, 2047 here. And we do have some time catch-up to do, as we need like a preparatory phase for this particular group. But first, we have an icebreaker. And I think for this particular evening, I will provide my own icebreaker. Which is, how often do your characters work out? And if they do, what's their favorite exercise?
Go first. HK does a lot of running.
I'm
Not really?
What?
But she also does regularly. The rest of the team probably doesn't know. Maybe Electra knows that she also goes to a dance studio and does dances.
I can imagine.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I can imagine.
Oh yeah, I'm
HK.
Jenna. I do stuff and things, and I'm playing Heavenly Katana, aka Mia.
I feel like HK would be one of those people who posts K-pop dances on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
my
for
God,
yes.
sure.
I can see it.
Mhm.
She's really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That tracks.
I'll go next because I'm pretty sure Mia has dragged Elytra along with her a couple of times. So, but I'm Tess. I play Elytra, aka Victoria, and she definitely works out regularly because Tabs tells her to work out regularly, and probably does have an entire regime set up for her to work out, as well as I'm guessing there's probably some self-defense takedown stuff in there too, because the whole point of adopting Elytra as she did was to make sure she didn't die right off the bat.
No.
Fair enough.
Because the small angry bug girl is a small angry bug girl who
And
with
is
a
gonna
death
get in
wish.
fights.
Yeah.
And is
Yeah.
gonna get in fights.
Will get in fights.
Yeah.
Definitely has the energy of one of those deadly scorpions that's just like, I will fuck you up, and it's like this long.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I can go. I'm Brianna. I play Glory. I'm gonna say yes. Don't necessarily need to. It kind of just happens. Her body just does its own thing. But I think her favorite thing would probably be something along the lines of Tai Chi or yoga for like moving meditation. Because peace of mind is not found easily.
Fair enough.
You're supposed to be the emotional stability on the team. I'm just kidding.
That's why she does the yoga.
That's why she does the yoga.
For the
Tai Chi.
stability.
Oh
Is
my
it
God.
rage yoga?
I don't understand that as a concept personally.
I'm
Yoga
Maria.
is hot in the sense you're angry.
Half of the reason I'm
play-
saying yoga is because I like yoga. I just don't
Yoga's
understand the
fun.
concept of rage yoga.
You just go and
you
scream.
listen to metal music and you swear a lot and
And I'm
like
not
my
going to
kind
be
of
able to
yoga.
shavasana after that.
and shavasnas.
Oh. Silver Phantom works out. I'm Maria. I play Silver Phantom. He works out quite often,
He left.
mostly because that's really all he can do. He has a whole routine, regimen, whatever you want to call it. There's running, there's strength training involved. There's a cat. Hello.
There's a cat.
There's a
involved?
cat.
You're part of strength training, yeah. You're
Part
a
of-
weight.
Part
Do
of
some
his
lifts with
workout
Blondie.
is
Lift,
rescuing cats out of
lift
trees.
Blondie. Yeah.
You've heard
You
of
want
like
cat does
kettlebell
bed participating,
tosses.
okay.
Now get ready for
No,
cat
you don't
tosses.
want in your bed.
my
you want to
God.
lay here.
Aw.
Yeah, he's got a whole thing. Sparring's involved,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
forms, cats.
Is he sparring with the team or with other people?
Probably with normal people.
That's fair. Probably
He can just
safer.
go. Oh, sorry, Bloody. That's right in your ears. He can just like go to where he learned his former high school dojo to train if he wants. Alright.
Makes sense.
He would have a dojo. I love that.
Yeah.
White cat.
Right.
See your whiskers.
I'll bring up the rear. I'm Charlie. I play Thoth. Audience members learned his first name last session, but I'm not going to repeat it here. He
Oh, I thought you gave a fake name, so thank you for the extra details, because I did write that down.
I did too,
but your
but I
characters
put it.
don't know it, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna
that is
say.
fair. I'm not going to metagame on it.
Oh, that's right.
It says
That's right.
player knowledge and then Thos name.
he
Yeah.
tries to work out when he can. It's a little difficult with his job and hero activities and other stuff that Manny pulls him into. He's running around a lot. But he'll typically go to the one of the hero training centers and just try and find someone to spar, like do hand-to-hand combat with. He doesn't have any other super.
The
Wow.
boys could fight. The boys could spar.
It's taken spar too, but you know,
She's pretty fast.
she'd have to not use her speed, and that's hard.
Yeah.
Well, funny you
I
bring up
guess.
those training centers there, Thos.
Mm-hmm.
For today, we pick up in a new location in San Sebastian, Elysium Park. Now, for audience sake, Elysium Park is basically the sector of the city dedicated to superheroes. In some part, it's sort of a suburban development to house heroes who have the money to afford such high-tech places. But for the most part, it provides it provides facilities for heroes to use. Now, these facilities range a little bit. For example, one of the areas there is Flu Lagoon, which is a massive water park designed for folks with superpowers. So it's like a full-on relaxation center for everyone with abilities ranging from psychic manifestations to super strength.
I just
Equipment's
looked
all
up the
designed.
spelling on that because I thought you meant FLU.
Yeah, Flu Lagoon.
You have a W. You spell it FLEW on your document.
Is that not how it's spelled?
What are you talking about?
How do you
want
want to spell it?
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
isn't
a
it
water
your
Blondie.
spot?
You've,
Blondie,
as in
you
you
cannot.
flied, flew?
No, I thought you meant FLU, like the sickness.
Oh, no.
Blue Lagoon.
No. Flew, like flying.
Okay, no, you have it correct on there then.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I thought that was right.
No, it is right. I just had to double check because my first thought was, yeah.
I was thinking
Thickness.
flu is in like the water transport.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's probably a play on words that was designed into it, but
We're all thinking a different.
Location. Yeah.
On purpose, we're all confused.
but there's also more official locations like Heroes Without Borders, which is similar to Doctors Without Borders in the real world, in that it's basically helping get heroes into areas of the world that might necessarily allow them in some circumstances. Because while San Sebastian is very good about superpowered individuals, plenty of other places in the world are not. So they sort of help break down those barriers and make sure that people can get proper superpower protection where they need it. And then there is the famous Halo Square, where a lot of superhero fan mail is posted. Because, well, surprisingly, when someone has a secret identity, it's really hard to send them fan mail. So most of it ends up going to Halo Square and is posted pretty much for everyone to see. And is a very big morale boost for the hero community in a lot of ways. But today, in particular, we will be focusing on the foremost gym for superpower training, Physiques. You all are headed to Physiques today at the request of, surprise, surprise, Tabs. It seems, Elytra, that she is interested in expanding that training regiment that you have been on to the rest of the team. But more than that, she's looking to upgrade, as it were, said regiment, so she's enlisted the help of the proprietor of Physiques, that being Physique. He is a superhero in his own right, who sort of has your basic super strength combo, super strength, durability, low-level flight, it's not super fast, but he was a personal trainer before discovering he had superpowers, and decided to basically rededicate himself into training generations of superheroes and setting up Physiques. So, as we are all approaching Physiques in Elysium Park today, I would ask each of you, What's the work outfit looking like?
It's my costume. What?
You just stay in costume? Alright.
Hey, Crow, what? So, because I've had this going in the background, what is the status of the spider silk?
I am so sorry, I forgot our preparatory phase. We should probably do that
Oh
first.
yeah, I gotta do that too.
But I do have good news for you, Elytra. Guess what you've got in your bag today? A delivery
this.
for some gentlemen who do not have costumes.
Good.
I have a costume.
We have costumes.
I just don't have armor.
It's just not very good.
God.
Mine's a magical costume, so
I guess he would just come in gym clothes and his mask, because unless we're doing something superhero-y, he doesn't need the whole costume.
Correct.
As-
And how about you go ahead and roll me your secret identity there?
Hell yeah. I get to add stuff to it. Hell yeah, Jesus Christ, it's a 14.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright, I will discuss the opportunity that's going to come up from that later with you. Just stick a little pin in that. Remind me if you need to. Alright. And then
I might also forget, so.
I also believe HK, you have something you need to roll for, yes?
Oh yeah. Actually, not roll for it. Let me grab that. It's a whole thing. But as far as like what she actually wouldn't come in costume, she's probably just wearing like something that she uses to dance in, like a, shorts and a tank top or something, or I don't know. It depends on what kind of dance she's doing, but and like sneakers. I mean, her identity is known. Her family's, not famous, but
It is also worth noting in regards to Elysium Park, there is kind of a policy of you can wear a mask, you cannot wear a mask, doesn't really matter. No one is going to question your identity here.
yeah.
Like, it's considered kind of rude to be poking into other heroes' personal lives in the first place when you're not invited to.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can walk around maskless, you can walk around with a mask, nobody really gives a shit.
Yeah. So yeah, she's probably like wearing yoga pants and like a tank top or something.
All right.
In like bright ass pink.
I
That
love
matches
that.
her bright ass pink hair.
Of course.
And what I do at I roll plus savior to see how the members of my legacy feel or react to my most recent exploits. Before rolling, ask the other players to answer the questions about my performance and take a -1 to the roll for each no answer. So,
Performance evaluation. Okay.
the first one is, have I been upholding the traditions of my legacy? And have I maintained the image of my legacy, and have I made the members of my legacy proud?
Everyone else?
Can you repeat it? Sorry.
So, it's basically, have I been upholding the traditions of my legacy?
Okay.
Have I maintained the image of my legacy, and have I made members of my legacy proud?
You haven't cut off anyone's hand recently.
You are doing superheroing and working with other superhero groups on occasion.
Glory is very happy with your team player approach.
Phantom's glad he has all of his fingers and toes.
I think we're all glad of
Electra's
that.
just glad to have a chaos buddy again, so we're good.
I have no.
All right.
All right.
So I don't have any -1, so I'm rolling plus savior.
We'll see how long that lasts after today.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
no.
Are you starting drama?
Along with
Oh,
drama?
starting drama? I would never.
You would too.
Drama.
Alright. Plus savior. That is a 14, actually.
Ooh.
God.
Okay.
We're so good at this game, guys.
On a hit, one of them offers me
not.
meaningful encouragement, an opportunity, or an advantage. So, I
Okay.
think
Good at
that's up
masks.
to you, Crow, to determine.
Indeed it is, and I will have to get back to you on that, similar to Silver Phantom, because I need to think about that a little bit.
That's fine.
You keep that in mind for the future. Okay.
Well, at least I didn't stir up any hornet's nests. And my family isn't meddling, because that's what happens if I miss. They start meddling in my life.
Oh, what
Your
a
grandma
tragedy
isn't
that
already
would
doing
be.
that?
Hopefully it's not grandma, because that bitch can meddle.
Yeah.
She just sort of stands in the vicinity and shit starts happening.
Those illusions go horribly wrong.
They
Now-
already have a 50-50 success rate, so...
Oh no!
Now, while those are the only 2 roles I think we need to do, we do also have a couple things that I want to take care of in this preparatory phase as well. Hey, Thoth.
Oh boy.
At some point between now and last session, you spot Luciferous Kane walking outside of your apartment complex.
Oh my god, is he stalking you?
Yes.
He's got his little
Yes.
compass, and
You have a demonic stalker.
Creepy.
Get a restraining order.
Okay.
get a restraining order against one of the most famous heroes in the city. Yeah,
And
I'm
one of the
certain that'll
richest
go well.
one of the richest families in the city.
Yes, literally descended from the family that, up until recently, claimed to have founded San Sebastian.
I don't
But
think
consider,
I don't
it
think
really
you're getting
pissed him
that.
off.
I think you're gonna find
Just
a
say
judge
the
that will
word and
sign
that
that, though.
cockroach order is gone.
His whole house has roaches.
That would be impressive. It's a very large house.
Electra will do it.
Does
Even
he,
Just store the
bed
roaches
bugs.
up.
Bed bugs.
does he
Aw.
does he hang around, or is it kind of like a...
He doesn't stay. You do see him walking past a couple of other days, too. And he appears to be thinking.
He wants your soul or something else. Who
I
knows?
am probably gonna suddenly become super duper paranoid and cannot leave my house without like making sure the coast is clear. I might start leaving out the window, going down the fire escape.
I was about to say,
Yes.
do you
Oh my
have like
God.
a pipe or a fire escape in your mind? 'Cause I was thinking like the front of the building, so it's just like, wee!
Tying together some bed sheets.
You have a hoverboard and you're using bed sheets?
Hoverboard would be
If I'm-
smarter.
If I'm leaving outside of costume, I can't use the hoverboard.
True.
True.
I mean, you could use the hoverboard, you just might need to explain a few things.
I
Because
Stole
hoverboards
it.
are
I make-
expensive.
So-
I loosen
Stole
the
it.
hoverboard so it looks invisible, and then I just float down to the ground.
Alright, meanwhile, Elytra.
Yeah.
I presume during downtime you've been experimenting with that one remaining hell mosquito?
Yeah. No, I'm definitely trying to figure out what's going on with that thing.
Well, you're having some light success.
Hmm.
Best you can figure, it somewhat acts like radiation. And it turns out leaving a cockroach in there with it has created a hell cockroach.
Okay.
Not
Infectious.
telling anyone about her. Not
I
telling
love
Lucifer
everything
that.
about this.
So there's
We are the
a
best
non-zero
superheroes.
chance that you could propagate like a whole batch of hell insects if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Well,
Great.
mansion to
I
set them
love that for
free
us to
in.
accidentally figure out. Accidentally stumble upon some hell insects, and Elijah's
You're
like,
not
"Oh,
gonna
no,
get-
they're our friends."
You're gonna give SP nightmares for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he didn't come in here with the bug phobia, and now he's...
No wonder he's terrified of all of us girls.
Does it? So is it like radiation where it can be blocked by lead?
Unclear.
only hell led.
You got to go into the Nether and get some nether rock.
Thus far, it
Yes.
has not affected you as far as you can tell. Tabs is definitely worried
Yeah.
and
it's
has had a lead shield installed. Whether it's doing anything is anyone's guess.
guys, Elytra's becoming slightly demonic. It's fine.
He's a
Don't worry
mad
about it.
scientist. I'm here for it. That's so fun.
You asked for a whole, like, laboratory tower. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you some weird shit.
Yeah, no. She's probably propagating some of it in a controlled environment behind the lead, but
Some of
she's
it's
not
in a
pulling 'em out
controlled
yet.
environment.
Okay. Not using them yet, just...
yeah, I don't know enough about them, so
Fair enough.
especially if it's spreading. I need rate of spread
I mean-
before I pull them out.
Gonna throw this out there, you do know a specialist on Diabolicism, but you're not exactly on the best terms with him, but...
Well, I'm not gonna tell him that I have a demonic roach now. No. It'll just get me in a lot of trouble. I promised him no roaches at this point. Granted, no, well, I don't know he's stalking.
You
my
promised no
friend yet.
roaches. You didn't promise no hell roaches.
It's different.
The magics!
Can you tell I exist to cause problems?
Isn't that what we're all
It's
here
bad
for?
when our GM is the one causing problems.
She'll
This is
probably send him a
chaos.
text just saying, does it, or how quickly does demonism spread?
That's
Should I be
not
concerned?
concerning.
I think you get a text back in, like, full block characters. What?
I take a picture of the 2 bugs.
I love
I don't think
this.
you immediately receive a text back.
Bubble.
But eventually I
and then
think
it
you...
stops. Bubble. Bubble.
Yeah, it's kind of that.
Meanwhile, I
I
just see
think-
him standing in front of my apartment building.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what is going on?
Absolutely, this happens as he's walking past your
Spying on
apartment, and
him.
you see him, like, open an attachment and then just, like, drop the phone.
I feel like
You pull
Electra
your phone up
sends,
to record him.
like a sorry with a little heart after it. Like
I love this.
We
she
are
might
best
also
heroes
introduce him as
ever.
Spider. See if she can get Hellweave silk or something.
Wait, are you stalking him? Looking at him through binoculars on your window.
He started it, okay?
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
This is a weird courting ritual. I
I'm just trying to keep my identity safe, okay?
don't... Okay, so this is like counter stalking. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Reverse stalking.
We are
You know, when
barely
you're
into
being
the plot,
stalked
and
and
this
you
is already
stalk your
getting unhinged. I
stalker.
love it.
Look, we
Gonna
were
get
unhinged the
unhinged.
second this shit started. Like,
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the campaign.
The beginning of the campaign, we all knew this was going nowhere good.
You started this campaign this year knowing how unhinged we are.
I know,
So-
I know.
You full
you
on knew this.
you keep giving us the option to pick what plot things happen next, and we keep going for the side quests.
Yeah,
That's not
Probably
entirely
slightly.
our fault. They just have cool names,
Names.
and we're like,
we
"That's
choose
true."
everything by the cool names.
but yeah, that definitely starts like a text thread between him and you, Elytra, where he's just like giving a light lesson on Diabolicism. You probably end up getting like a sheet of almost like a miniature fish tank full of holy water to act as like a lead shield.
God.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that
'Cause-
tracks.
Because his advice is to consecrate the whole building, which is probably going to draw attention. So
Consecrate everything.
Tab's solution is, well, consecrating is just sprinkling holy water on it, so we'll just get some holy water and put it in front of it like the lead shield. Perfect.
So
Oh my
now
God.
is there a
Yes.
holy water decontamination shower outside of the
Oh my god, it's like the cooling tank in a nuclear thing. You got the bugs in the thing.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
holy
yeah.
water.
Yep. kind
The
of.
rods are in the water to keep them cool. The bugs are in the water to keep them holy.
Yes.
Sacrosanct insects.
Demonism through the cockroaches of the city. We are skirting the line of good.
It's Elytra's
Sorry,
family,
guys.
like sister and sister's boss getting concerned with her new reading material being all related to demonism. Yes, they are.
I love it.
Like it's even more concerning than the bug obsession.
I mean,
Yeah.
you do live in Tarot Town, so
Mhm.
it's not exactly hard to find.
Yeah, I live above a shop. I should be able to find some stuff in her shit. there.
It's
you
definitely
got-
something
you
along the
see-
lines of like summoning demons 101.
Yeah. I'll ask Delphi to track down the good shit for me if I need it.
She would probably reluctantly agree.
Supercharge
I know!
demon bugs! This is somebody's nightmare. I think it's SPs, actually.
As long as he doesn't wake up with bugs in his bed, I think he'll
Yeah.
be okay.
She definitely gets a reading list from Cade and then gives it to Delphi to track down for her.
That definitely gets some raised eyebrows. What do you mean you need the Malleus Maleficarum version 17?
That's not
Do you
version
really
66.
want to know? I promise it's not happening in the house.
Okay.
Heal.
But that does leave us with one more team member to have a little catch-up scene here. Gloria, I believe we previously discussed it. So, you want to fully narrate this, or shall I add some narration at the top here? What'd
You're
you
gonna need
prefer?
to give me a hint for where you're going with. Oh wait, we talked about this.
Yep.
Sorry.
Mhm.
It's been a long week, and I need
Fair.
to review what you sent me because my brain's broken.
Well, I'll help you out here then. Probably shortly after the fight with Silver Spectre, Glory accesses a news website for
All right.
information about the new team that's been announced, which all of you would probably know about. Rough House, sorry. Being led by Rottweiler, one of the more infamously brutal heroes in the city. But
Yeah.
He's assembled quite a little squad, and for some reason, Glory's got some interest in it.
She's doing some deep reading into this.
Mhm.
Also, Rottweiler's general history because he seems like questionable news.
Oh, extremely questionable. All the articles you find about him range between Rottweiler did something horrible again, and then think pieces of, is Rottweiler actually a hero?
To avoid any spoilers, she's thinking about certain other people she knows and their possible perceptions of this development given another person who has become involved in this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not looking good.
Indeed it's not.
So on the bright side, any bad PR we get is going to pale in comparison.
Depends
one
on
way to
what
put
we
that.
do, but sure, if we killed like a civilian, it wouldn't look good.
Please don't kill a civilian.
I mean,
know.
that's not on our agenda.
Threw it out
to-
there.
Allegedly, none of us has killed a civilian.
I've definitely
Allegedly?
never killed a man.
Prove what you guys are doing on your downtime. I'm not Luciferous. I'm not following you around.
That's
Look,
true. You're not stalking
Maybe
any of
someone
us.
got food poisoning from one of my pizzas, but can that really be traced back to me?
Oh my god.
That could be it.
I will say there's a very detailed list of my habits because I have Big Brother in the form of my mentor.
You have
so,
tabs keeping tabs
yeah.
on you.
Of course.
So yes, there have been very distinctive actions to prevent me from killing people.
That's probably a good call.
Tabs definitely has like a short list of people who get like her undivided attention, like in processing power, and like you keep on being added to that list, and then someone in the ultras looks at it once and is like, "Who the hell's Elytra?"
Oh my god.
The AI is the only thing that has kept tabs in HK from going full on menace. Anti-hero.
We'll see how it develops here. But for the time being, Elytra, your backpack does contain a few gifts for some of your teammates as you approach Physiques, but what perhaps would be your work outfit?
I would say it's probably similar, like it is a lighter variant of what her costume is colored wise. There's probably she probably does train with weights now, like at her ankles and wrists, just because she's so often in the at least part of the mech suit that she needs to be able to function and fight in it. But she does have a mask on, but it's fairly light in comparison to her super suit.
All right. Understandable. Now, Thoth and Glory, I am most interested in the two of you in regards to the fitness fit here.
Glory's wearing a fairly nondescript hoodie, sweatpants. She can make armor at will, so if something happens, she's not too fussed about not having an actual costume on her. She is wearing a mask, though.
Not the sunglasses, a full-on mask?
Working out in sunglasses seems impractical and annoying because they might just fall off of you.
That's kind of
Fair.
why I was asking if you had the sunglasses, because I was like, I'm definitely having a moment where those fall off if she's walking in with the sunglasses.
Dude, I do yoga. I'm not fucking wear like sunglasses doing yoga. That's gonna fall off.
You'd have to get the ones, the goggle sunglasses.
No, she's wearing basically an adhesive domino.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Stays on. Just tried it when she's sweating. Doesn't fall off.
There are
because-
definitely
is-
like 10,000 stores in Elysium Park
Oh, yeah.
that sell that exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
I'd
also
say-
nondescript. She's toned the glowing down as much as possible.
Yeah. I'd say Phantom's mask is pretty breathable since he's basically working out every time he's doing his superheroing.
Yeah. He got that like Under Armour,
Yeah.
non-wick sweats.
Under Armour, wiki, stretchy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Thoth.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely wearing some worn down joggers, and some ratty sneakers. There's probably a little bit of duct tape holding one of the sneakers together.
Fair.
Just an old t-shirt, probably like one of those zip up hoodie jackets, which hanging open. Since he usually just has like a bandana covering the lower half of his face, is wearing so you know during COVID when they made like the athletic material face masks, wearing one of those just to keep the loops around his ears, but not concerned with like germs and stuff, just a face covering. And then probably has his bangs and a little bit of hair pulled back in a very tiny ponytail like mine.
Yes.
Cute.
All right. Well, as you all approach Physiques, it is both mundane and impressive at the same time. For the first bit of the mundane, it looks like a gym. Like, there is large glass windows, you can see all sorts of folks inside on workout equipment, but at the same time, it's 3 stories tall, for one. And that's primarily just to allow for the bench press rig for the super strengthers.
Yeah.
Because reportedly, it can get up to about 16 blue whales worth of weight. Which is a pretty decent workout for
That's
most
a
of
lot
the
of
heroine
whales.
community. For context, each one of those whales is, I think on average, about 10 tons. Like, they are some heavy critters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, everything is incredibly high-tech. Most of it doesn't even work on, like, standard mechanisms anymore. Most of it's, like, virtual, like, feedback and stuff like that, providing resistance. And of course, all the glass secretly doubles as both mirrors and viewing and monitoring screens for your workouts. It's pretty universally applicable. Would you all say you arrive at about the same time, or some of you going early, some of you going later?
Glory arrives pretty much on time.
Same.
Not early, not
On
late.
time.
I'm guessing Elytra's a little early just because she knows, or she doesn't know enough about the rest of the team to make a guess, and she knows Tabs expects her to be early / on time.
What
Your
time,
homework assignment is to bench a blue whale before we get here.
what time of day are we meeting? Is it like early morning, mid-afternoon, evening?
I would think it's about mid-afternoon. She kind of was holding off on this until the workflow, quote-unquote, was light enough that she was comfortable taking you guys off the streets.
I'm probably just a couple of minutes.
Love it. I'm here for it.
So everyone's arriving on time with the exception of Elytra, who's coming early, and Thoth, who is coming a little late. Am I hearing
That
that
sounds
correctly?
right. The rest of us just show up exactly to the set.
Like
Okay.
5 minutes early. Mostly because I want to gawk at stuff in Elysium Park.
That is very easy to do. There's a lot to gawk at in Elysium Park. But in that case, Elytra, could you please roll me a d6?
Oops. Okay. 2.
2?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I will say that you do spot a familiar face amongst the many heroes inside of Physiques. There is, of course, Physique himself, who is on a variety of motivational screens. For context, I'm kind of picturing him as like Terry Crews energy,
Yes!
like from Old Spice.
Love it.
I
I'm here
love it.
for it.
Mixed with like Rex Kwon Do from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes!
He is a very larger than life personality.
Love this. Everything about it.
But in amongst the crowd, you notice a familiar pair of wings. I doubt you've probably met him in person in the past, but you definitely recognize him from news about the Ultras as you spot Freedom Wing.
I believe that HK has met him.
Yes, I do believe you have.
Not like she doesn't like know him, but like
Yeah. You encountered him.
Was he there when Tabs introduced me to the... Wait, no. Ultras are not the kids.
Ultras
Correct.
are the adults.
Yeah.
Ultras
never
are
mind.
like the Justice League. They're the big
Yeah.
team.
Freedom Wing's the one who's been hanging on a little bit too long, right?
No.
Or a
that would
different one.
be that would be Savannah from the Young Giants. Freedom Wing, for visual reference here, is somewhat similar to Hawkman from DC Comics. Sort of like human body and then just like big old pair of wings. But he's a much more like slim build in comparison to Hawkman. Much more like I think like track runner physique as opposed to bodybuilder.
yeah.
And then he's also just got a massive slathering of Americanism over him. Like, even as you see him, Elytra, without the mask and everything, he's still wearing, like, a USA singlet. Like, with the stars and
Lovely.
stripes and everything.
Technically illegal.
Which is also a little weird, because he's not even from Earth. He is an alien.
Yep.
He's just really embraced the Americanisms for some reason.
Eh,
There are better
Superman.
Yeah.
But you do see him there. And I'll say that he is in the process of gathering a couple weights from the rack.
HK immediately is like,
I don't
You're
think...
not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think
oh yeah.
Elytra really would interact with him. I think she might clock what he's doing, like, training-wise, just to see what, like, the Ultras, or some of the Ultras perform, but really doesn't have a connection to him that she's aware of at this point.
Okay.
So
you're sort
she
of keeping
doesn't
an
have,
eye on him?
yeah, she doesn't really have beef with him, so she's
Alright.
not going to actively engage.
Well, as you sort of track him, you see as he actually takes the weights and adds them to another machine that someone else is using. It takes you a second to recognize him from this angle, because you're sort of basically like viewing him from like the knees up as he's laying down on the bench. But eventually he pokes his head up, and you do recognize the blonde hair and green eyes of Dino Boy.
Oh, okay. This one I might have beef with.
Is that your beef? I thought you had beef.
I just have beef with all of...
I was gonna
the
say you have
kids.
a lot
Just
of
beef with everybody.
I just don't like them. It's fine.
Start a taco stand.
Harness.
I think Elytra clocks in now and is definitely taking very close note of what Dino Boy is lifting specifically, because there's that little competitive burn that
Of
she wants
course.
to beat him.
It's definitely high, not higher than human standards, which tracks with his power set.
Mhm.
Outside of his changed forms, he's pretty much just a normal person, at least as far as you know.
Mhm.
But while you can't really hear what they're saying over the din of the gym, it does appear that the two of them are workout buddies today.
Can I
Which
get a
is-
bug over there?
Literally. You fly on the wall.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's gotta be a fly around here.
No, there absolutely is. You, like, send your senses out, and then you find the locker room, and you're like, oh dear god.
That's all we can go by. But yeah, I definitely try and be a little nosy about what they're talking about with the bugs.
Alright. Well, you pilot a fly over there, and you hear 48, 49, and 50. And DB sort of, like, releases the pull bar and just sort of, okay. Alright, champ. Let's load it up with 10 more. Oh, jeez. Yes, coach. And as Freedom Wing walks off again, you hear him go, oh, dear God. And he sort of, like, goes into his gym bag, pulls out phone. And it's a little hard to see at first, but you do eventually make out that he is texting Flor de Muerta.
Eyebrow up.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Notes. Load, please.
Oh.
Thank you. And he texts, I hope your training with Professor Fable is going better than mine. And she texts back, this is Fleur. Why? What happened? Signed Fleur.
I
Yes.
love that for her.
He doesn't understand how
He does not understand how text messages work.
send text messages like emails. I love it. Or like letters from way back when.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We've been doing benches for 30 minutes and he keeps upping the weight. My arms are going to fall off. Dead face emoji, dead face emoji.
I think actually Elytra might take advantage of that. And I think she'll actually go over, because the team's not here yet, and suggest maybe a practice spar for a little bit of a break.
Okay. Well, as you sort of weave your way around the rows of gym equipment, Dino Boy is just start tapping away on his phone. He glances up, then like double takes and fumbles his phone. Elytra, hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey DB, I saw you were lifting quite a bit. Do you want a break and to try sparring a little bit? My team's not
Oh.
here.
That sounds fantastic, actually. But, I'm here with Freedom Wing, and he's... You know, it's like a... inter-team training day. It's a whole thing. But, you know, sparring might be nice. I'm gonna go talk to him real quick.
You can supervise and give us both pointers.
Sure! Great
Might-
idea. Great
yeah.
idea.
Give you a little advantage against something different than just lifting.
Yeah, something other than lifting. And you see him like jog over to where Freedom Wing is, and two of them end up approaching. And Freedom Wing sort of is like standing up, like straight. You've never seen this man with bad posture a moment in his life. So you're this Elytra lady I've heard about. Pleasure to meet you.
Elytra will shake his hand and say, "Nice to meet you. I saw DB here and figured my team's not here yet. I can't start training with them, and offered a friendly little spar." Well,
Oh, that's right. I remember talking about your team on the news. It's the Misfits, right?
correct.
You did an excellent job.
Thank you. Well, I will let the team know.
Please do.
That's
You
high
said they're going
praise.
to be here soon?
They should be. I think she'll check like the time and rattle off when they're supposed to be here.
They'll be here in like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. So just because I'm like, I don't know what time they're actually supposed to be here, but Elytra does.
Well, we haven't finished our reps yet. He sort of looks at DB. But it's good to mix things up. I mean, it's not like every bad guy's going to be having me lift a building or something. Fair enough. Get the pads.
I think Elytra will definitely do that. She'll also probably call a couple more flies because she is probably planning on using them to track Dino Boy's movements in the fight to make it a little tougher on him.
All right. And as the two of you are sort of getting suited up with pads, DB says, "So, you got a new team?"
Yeah, we're working out the kinks a little bit, but I think I fit a little better than I did with you guys.
There's just like the tiniest little eye twitch. Well, I mean, it's Misfits, right?
Yeah.
They're mostly great, but I mean,
I think Elytra cocks her head at the mostly comment.
Well,
nothing against you. Nothing against you. It's just, there's that one guy, Silver, what's his futz?
Yeah, what about Silver?
I mean, it's kind of in bad taste, having a costume like that.
You can't really own a color or costume. They're kind of all reiterations of the same thing unless you have a certain magical ability, right?
I
To
don't
the
have a
patent
cape.
office.
I mean, it can be hard to redefine or pick something that hasn't already been kind of messed with.
I mean, I guess, but like, it's Silver Spectre. I mean, come on, man, right?
I mean, if you follow those things, I suppose, but I think judging a person based off of the person is more important. Could have been a really unfortunate decision. He's a reliable teammate. Does some dumb shit every once in a while, but so do I, so.
Oh, come on.
Might have. I mean, I'm sure Kate told you about the bugs recently.
Bugs? Wait. Something happened down Undertown, didn't it?
A little bit.
He just said it was
Keeping
a situation. He
secrets?
didn't. What happened?
So apparently my bugs and demon portals don't get along.
How so?
might kind of like radiation mutation. Maybe avoid Undertown for a bit.
Wait. So, like, this hell portal energy is acting like radiation? Then it's gotta be causing physical mutations, right?
And smaller life forms, maybe.
Hell bugs?
Yeah. I think she'll pull out her phone and
That's
show the
sick as
picture.
shit.
Hell.
Oh! Ooh. Damn. I wish I had saved some of the samples from Savage Island. I'd love to see if, like, a griffin fly would...
If you happen to have any samples, there is a lab that might be researching it. Going
is there?
forward. Yes. Sure, Tabs can put you in contact with it.
Well, most of my samples already got taken by the folks at Future Park, but... I'll let you know if I find something, okay?
Sounds good. And I'll let you know if anything interesting happens with the current population.
Please. I wonder... I wonder if that'd work on my other forms.
We don't know if it's person still testing anything beyond
yeah,
a
good point,
simple
good
life
point.
form.
Yeah, that
Don't-
probably affect me too.
Yeah, don't chance that yet.
But, like... Devil T-Rex.
Fair. But you can't control the mutations. You don't know what they're gonna do. It could make a more useless T-Rex. Not all mutations are good mutations.
At least it'd make the T-Rex more interesting. Everybody wants a T-Rex. I swear, there are so many cooler dinosaurs than T-Rexes.
There's a lot in that whole range. I would agree, yes.
Alright. Hands up. Freedom Wing comes marching over to, like, the sparring pad where the two of you are standing. And you have attracted, like, a slight crowd. Like, people obviously know who Dino Boy is.
Yeah.
So a few folks are like, ooh, who's Dino Boy fighting?
I think
But it's not like the full-on gawking that, like, normal civilians do. These are all heroes, so they're just like,
I will say Elytra has not dropped her weights that she's wearing.
Okay.
And she fully intends to spar with them on against Dino Boy.
Okay. Let's go ahead and say... Roll me as if you were directly engaging a threat.
We're gonna look that up. What is my...
And we'll say that as this fight is going on, the rest of you arrive. And probably just see Elytra going at it with one of the young giants in one of the sparring rings.
Do we know anything about Elytra's relationship with Dino Boy specifically? Because I don't think, at least Glory does, but...
Phantom doesn't like him.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Electra, or HK knows that Electra doesn't like Dino Boy very much.
I mean, Elytra just doesn't like anyone.
She likes HK, and that's enough for HK.
Elytra likes the team, that's about it.
No new friends.
I mean, I leave it up to you, Tess, whether or not you've told everyone that, like, you were, like, possibly going to be a young giant.
She hasn't really talked about what her background was. She just...
Okay.
I think she's said because she's tried with a couple of teams, and this is the one that clicked. So that's a...
Yeah, HK's not saying anything. She's just kind of like, I'm not sure that they're best buddies, you know?
I don't know. Maybe she got bored waiting for us to show up.
Fair enough.
That's a 10. So I'm gonna resist or avoid their blows. And I think I'm gonna impress, surprise, or frighten my opposition.
Okay. So, it's a pretty standard, like, martial arts exchange. Neither of you are, like, hyper specialists in it, so, like, it's pretty standard sparring, which immediately gets some of the folks who were sort of gawking to just be like, whatever. Neither of them are using their powers, it's boring.
You don't think Elytra's using her powers.
But there's definitely a fly buzzing in Diamond Boy's ear.
No, I'm guessing there's a fly on each, like, the cuffs of, like, his wrists and, like, on his clothing. Like
mocapping him.
Yes, exactly.
Alright. Oh, and I suppose in regards to the fit context, he's wearing, like, a, orange workout shirt and just, like, some normal black workout pants. He's generally associated with the color orange, so it's sort of his brand. But yeah, you kind of soundly and squarely beat his ass. Carl, you just got completely cut off.
I said, "Woo, Elytra!"
Yeah, we're
HK's like,
cheering for Elytra
it's
over
like
in
doing
the
like
sides,
a little like, yes,
over in the wings.
that's my girl.
And I definitely think there's a moment where, like, he blocks one of your blows and then finally realizes, wait, you've got weights on? And then you just, like, punch him in the neck.
Yeah, son.
I love it.
Always with the throat punches. Yay.
Throat punch.
And then by the end of it, he's just, like, sprawled out on the ground. He just sort of, like, ugh.
Wheezing.
I don't think
Freedom.
HK's clocked Freedom Wing there yet, but she'll just like kind of zip over and be like, "Aw, did that hurt?"
She's such a troll.
You're very pink.
Elytra will help him up.
Just being supportive.
Thanks.
In a trolling way.
And it's about this moment that Freedom Wing steps over, and I think we can resoundingly say that Elytra is the winner.
And
Well done, ma'am. And
HK
I presume-
immediately slips behind SP like, no.
It was to say hi to her, and he's
I was-
gone.
I was about to say, and I presume you... Oh, okay. A little shy, I see. Well, a pleasure to meet you all. I, of course, am Freedom Wing, and you would be the Misfits.
Correct. Thank you for your time. I'll compare notes with DB later, and perhaps we can discuss each other's, or the opening in each other's guards. Maybe.
Yeah, openings.
Don't discuss
sure.
openings with him.
Please.
I am afraid, my boy, that we are going to need to work a little on your sparring.
I think Elytra will smile, and then, like, some of the flies will rise up off of DB, and she'll give a wink, and then she'll walk away
Oh my god.
to try to lift you.
Wait. He just sort of, like, stares at you, like, son of a...
HK just goes and like links arms with Electra and like is skipping along. It's a good fight.
Best to use every advantage that you have.
Yeah. She acts like Freedom Wing can't like recognize her hair color. Like she's God, I don't want him to recognize me. Like bright ass pink hair.
Not the pink-haired person you're looking for.
All right, but once all of you had entered, all of you got a little bidding on your phone with a meeting place for where you all are going to actually be meeting Physique, because he is going to be your direct trainer today.
Fancy treatment.
Elytra will hand out the body or the costumes to the two boys.
Now, I assume you've designed them at least a little bit, yes, Elytra?
Yeah, I think they have their basic colors to match, and roughly or take inspiration from what they've been wearing or showing interest in.
Just kind of imagining like there's a little bit more of a neck to like Thoth so that he can like pull it up like the bandana.
Yeah.
And then of course keeping the scales on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Just so there's some extra protection and stuff.
Full body.
Yeah, trying to reinforce certain areas with like
Protect my vital organs.
Yeah, chitin and stuff, just so it can, or chitin, sorry.
And it all feels surprisingly light and flexible.
That up and put it in my backpack.
Stick mine in my bag.
Am I
Oh,
still gonna
maybe
wear
I
the leather
should.
jacket. Probably.
Should I work out in it and see how it works? That might be
mean-
smart.
I can repair it if something happens. And
So how do I? How
knowing-
does this dry clean or? How do you clean spider silk?
Spiders.
I don't want a closet full of spiders that clean my laundry.
Sure, Tabs can send you the link to several places that can clean it appropriately.
As if on cue. Ba-ding.
Or cheap. she clocks those face at mentioning.
Oh, you're
places
assuming
that can
I'm
clean
going
it.
to clean this.
Just covered in monster guts.
And it smells
Internally,
like
you guys clean your costume.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I do not
What?
actually. My costume is magic, so it is self-cleaning. I assume. If I get monster guts on it, when I resummon it, it's not got monster guts on it. So I don't.
Mine's like washing machine safe. Well, I don't know about the spider silk, but you don't clean your costumes.
I hand wash.
I clean. Okay, I clean
people.
everything except the leather jacket. Everything else is machine washable.
Hand wash some of it, and then other parts of it are machine washable, but a lot of it is mechanics. So it's all hand
Down.
wash.
Just wipe it down. It's fine.
I could fly through a car wash theoretically. That is an option.
Working.
I love that as an out of context line. I could fly through a car wash theoretically.
Amazing to me.
I feel like
yeah.
there's one hero who like overhears that, and you could just see like the light bulb appear over her head, just like
Hero,
Genius.
hero.
Brilliant.
Oh my god.
The
New
newest
business model.
Business model, yeah.
Oh, I will go to like a locker room, I guess, and swap my mask with the spider silk mask to see how
I
well
will
this
direct
works.
Silver Phantom to the cleaner locker room.
I mean, I'm not going in there long. I just want to swap a
I will still direct you to the cleaner locker room.
Good news is any of the
Not
locker
the
rooms do
demonic
come with
roaches
privacy curtains for
that
folks who
are
don't want to be
multiplying
observed
in the
while
back.
streaming. But eventually, all of you make your way up to the third floor, which is where the more elite members of the training community usually use the equipment, because this is like the high grade stuff. But this is, of course, also where Physique's office is. And as you all exit the elevator, you hear his booming voice, "Keep those feet high! If you feel the pain, you're feeling the gains! Let's go!"
That's bad.
You just not
Yeah,
work
this
out
afternoon
though?
is not going to be like a great afternoon.
I work out sometimes, but I'm just diminishing your pain is not the healthiest avenue towards working out.
Also different kinds of pain. Sharp pains, you should stop.
Yeah, that's
Achy
true. 'cause,
pains,
like,
you're probably fine.
yeah.
That is correct! As he just, like, not even turning to look at you, just points a finger directly at you, SP. As he is just there in his golden blue, like, workout singlet.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
athletic
Just
shoes.
it's like the Saturday Night Sketch. We got here to
Isn't it like
pump.
Richard
you
Simmons?
up.
I'm
like
picturing Richard Simmons.
You're on the same wavelength.
You all would be the misfits, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
All right, private room's over there.
Go in that
Uh,
direction.
And it is at that moment, HK, you hear a familiar voice.
No.
What? Why do they get the private rooms? As you round the corner and you see who he was working with. 4 very familiar individuals.
The giant
Hang in
training
there.
day.
Allow
Uh,
me to introduce everyone to the Exceptionals.
Oh, lovely.
Oh
Okay.
no. Okay.
The other team that I've interacted with and possibly pissed off.
The first member being Angelfish, who is a petite young woman, very thin, though she makes up for it somewhat with her Atlantean physiology. She is currently doing a leg press, and she sort of stops as she sees the 5 of you around the corner, and she sort of gives like a little wave. Hi, HK! And then there is Sugar Bomb, who is effectively a normal person, with the exception of the outlandishly colorful costumes that they choose to wear. They're in the midst of what appears to be some lunges, and they stop mid-lunge and just sort of like look over at Elytra. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Elytra gives the little
The
3-fingered
wave.
yeah, the little wave.
Yes.
HK also has a big old smile on her face.
There is... The only way I can describe him is a twinkish young man,
Well.
who appears to be mid-struggle with a bench press. And this would be Wings, spelled W-Y-N-G-Z.
Edgy.
We had it first with the Misfits.
I just want you to know in my notes, he's wings, parentheses, twink. Just so we all know.
I'm also writing twinkish as a descriptor.
Yeah, no, he got labeled twink immediately.
He's not beating the allegations.
He goes to say something, messes up his form, and almost like chokes himself out with the bar, just like...
Bro.
How far away is
and,
this happening?
I was gonna say, am I close enough? Can I help
like
him
less than
not
3
die?
feet. You can like with how
Glory
it's
will
built.
just lift it off of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say HK will go try to assist, but if they're gonna do that, she's going to not.
And then
I'm
finally, the team leader.
Ugh.
Jenna, would you care to describe Bulletproof?
Yeah, I imagine he's got spiky gelled hair. He smells like Axe body spray.
Ate him already. Disgusting.
Oh.
Putting that
He's
in my
wearing the
notes.
most douchey outfit to the gym
Douche.
ever. Brown hair, yeah, spiked up. Probably average build and average height guy. With brown hair, brown eyes. Conventionally good looking, but with an aura of douche.
Like he would be in Sugar Ray.
Yes, definitely,
okay.
definitely.
The puka shell necklace and everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. That's what we're yes.
Would be better looking if he took care of his outward appearance.
He is, of course, mid bicep curl. Very clearly aimed towards the camera, which you all now realize is also here, along with a small team of who appear to be film managers and brand managers for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
And he sort of looks at HK and goes, "Oh hey, long
He's
time
gonna
no
pretend
see."
like she doesn't hear him. And not
Sweetheart, where you going?
acknowledge his presence. She's just completely walking like she didn't see him. Like he
A
doesn't
fly
exist.
lands on his
Just-
nose.
Just the most she's so obviously pretending that he doesn't exist.
And he cannot get rid of it.
I want to make it look like his hair's on fire.
He's just spraying it gets out.
Well, This workout section is hurting.
It's not actually on fire.
We
It just
found a new
looks
team
like-
to bully. Ooh.
To be fair,
What's
they
wrong with us?
started it, sort
Roll for emotional damage.
It's just a fly.
I'm really gonna need to make a roll to bully someone move.
You should. And antagonize.
Ugh, jeez. Okay.
antagonize. Yeah.
Let's take this like one step at a time. Because a lot of things are happening simultaneously here.
We all sense the tension and we're like,
so many
fuck
things.
you!
There's
Oh,
like
I don't know what that guy's
0.2
problem
seconds
is
of
with, though.
tension. Like you have turned around the corner, they've said like 3 words total to you,
And we're
and then all this shit is
we
going down.
immediately hate them. That's how this goes.
Off.
That's
Vibes
how it goes.
off. This is an ADHD team, and we're just like the vibes are no.
So first of all, we're gonna start with Bulletproof, who as HK just starts like power walking away from him,
Yeah.
he drops his weight, leaves like a small dent in the ground with how heavy it was,
Asshole.
and
Asshole.
just hovers off the ground and starts like going after HK. Like, hey, wait a minute, come back!
Can I trip him?
He's
hovering.
flying. You can't exactly trip
How
someone who's
high
flying.
is he hovering?
Like 2 or 3 inches.
I can trip him. I have a whole body I can accidentally fall in front of him with.
It's amazing.
Glory's like, I want a different team.
You're stuck with us.
Yeah, I know.
He said hi to her. She's ignoring him. He's following her. Absolutely not. She doesn't want to talk to him.
So
I'm not
just-
going to grab him and stop him. He might hit me.
This was based on me picturing SP just throwing himself bodily in front of this guy.
No, I'm just going to walk by and fall and hope
Hip
he
check
falls
him.
over top of me. Yeah.
Oh no,
basically.
tackles him.
The problem is that he has super strength, so
I
I don't think this goes well for you.
Oh no!
Oh no.
SP
But
bounces
he
off of him.
falls and then
Yeah, I kind of think you just sort of like ricochet off of him as he
Oh,
keeps
no.
flying. That being said, his hair does currently appear to be on fire.
Is the camera crew still filming that?
Yes, the camera crew is following.
This is amazing.
I think the hair thing backfired.
I'm gonna make
It
it
looks stupider.
since the camera crew's following him. His back is currently to them. I'm gonna make it,
Make
look, like the
his-
back of his clothes are see through.
I-
They just see
or-
they see
or his-
boxers with poop emojis on them.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Roll for emotional
Um,
damage.
Before we get to the clusterfuck that is happening around Bulletproof, let's take like 2 steps to the left and deal with the rest of the team for a second. Wings, who was just about to choke himself, has just been saved by you, Glory.
I would imagine this is a weight that is not especially difficult for her.
It feels like nothing. It feels like literally nothing.
You picked
Lift
up
it
a
off of
twig.
him. I'm gonna put it back on the rack.
You picked up a twig for the
Ugh.
twig.
Thanks.
Why are you doing this without a spotter?
Well, I was supposed to have a spotter, sort of like sideways glance at Sugar Bomb, who is getting off of their machine and is like stomping over to Elytra currently.
Why are they not spotting you?
Showbiz.
It's not good showbiz if you get crushed by a weight.
I mean, that's kind of my thought, but that's what the director said.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
Sugar
Hey.
Bomb, meanwhile, comes up and just like full on hands on hips, like stands directly in your face, Elytra. You've got a lot of nerve showing your face around here.
It's a free gym, and we made a booking.
Yeah, for heroes, which you are not.
Agree to disagree.
You just convinced one of our team members to lop off somebody's hand.
Oh, I had no part in that.
Bullshit.
She makes her own decisions.
Mm-hmm. And she just so happened to make her own decision when you showed up.
I think you antagonized her a little more than me, or my influence on her when I showed up. I think there were existing issues and rifts in the team before it.
We were perfectly fine.
I would argue I just heard you were supposed to be spotting for wings over there. What were you doing instead?
He needs to toughen up.
That doesn't tell me perfectly fine. That seems like you're abandoning your teammate.
Listen here. This argument will go this way for hours if someone does not intervene.
I'm busy.
But Sugar Bomb...
I feel like when Sugar Bomb starts with the listen here, Elytra kind of zones out and walks over towards...
I was about to say, do you think you'd be
Physique.
susceptible to their words? Because they were trying to shift your labels, but they are within your age bracket, so they don't necessarily have influence.
Immense dissociation powers.
Yeah, and the listen here kind of was like her point of, I'm done here.
Chicken out.
Here, no.
No, I
Nah.
don't wanna.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Did a
SP,
vegan
you are on the ground. You're fairly certain you are heavily bruised on the section of your body that contacted bullet. But you do feel a pair of slightly clammy but kind hands try to lift you up as Angelfish comes running over. Oh, geez, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. He's pretty solid.
Yeah. Proof he doesn't always look where he's flying. Sorry.
Clearly. Clearly not. That's okay. Nah, that's not your fault. You don't have to apologize for him. He's a douchebag.
No, he's nice once you get to know him. It is worth noting at this point, the camera has shifted off of Bulletproof and is now paying attention to the argument happening between Elytra and Sugar Bomb.
One-sided argument that Elytra started ignoring.
Yeah, but yelling makes good television.
Fair.
Yes.
That being said, Bulletproof does not seem to be aware of the fact that from the rear he appears to be in his boxers currently.
It's amazing.
As he, puts a hand on your shoulder, HK. Hey, can we talk?
About what?
About a lot? I mean, sweetheart, you've been ignoring my texts for months now.
You'd think you'd get the message.
Did you say something?
The mess too.
I feel
I was
like-
pretending to be one.
I feel like Elytra
She's
visibly retches at the sweetheart statement.
Phantom makes a face. Well, you can't see his face, but he's making a face. It's very disgruntled.
Yeah. So it's she just has this look on her face, like her eye is twitching, like she's thinking about summoning her katana. And then she just quick dips out from his shoulder at hyper speed and just backs up 6 feet.
Come on, we
says,
need to talk.
About what?
About us. About what's going on.
No, us. No, us. No. Come on. What?
Oh, come on, you don't mean that.
I joined a new team. Moved on.
Yeah, sure you joined a new team. Come on, we're your team.
I think from behind him,
Are you even a team?
Thoth is just gonna give HK a look like, let me know if you need backup.
Look, I'm here to work out.
Well, so are we. We can work out together.
No, we can't. I don't want to work out for the cameras.
Just start making his front see-through too.
It's
just
also
imagining that,
Thoth's
slow
approximation
fade.
of what he looks like under his clothes too, so it could be
Yeah.
wild.
This
It's
seems like a guy
wild.
who would care a lot about having
Maybe.
abs, so no abs.
I'm not taking the cone off. Lay down.
No.
Not the cone is stuck on my chair.
Oh no.
Oh,
He's okay.
Poor Boone. Boone
Double
has a
imprisoned.
cone.
You can't see, but he's here.
Yeah.
The
He's sad
cone
because
has
he has a
banished
cone.
him to the void.
Yes.
Is your neck itchy?
Well, can we at least like talk over drinks or something?
Yeah, totally. Where do you want me to meet you and when?
Capes off. After the workout?
Definitely. I'll be there.
Okay, good.
She's lying. Insight. I don't need an insight check. I already know.
We all know.
He's
We
getting
all know.
stood up.
Just some good scritches. She's lying, isn't she? Boom.
I'll see you. I'll see you there then. We can talk. No cameras, no
Absolutely.
teams, nothing. Okay. Okay. He turns around and then looks down. What the fuck?
oh no. Hi.
Hey,
Uh,
that's not your normal attire, but whatever.
Tony, we can edit this out, right? Thumbs up comes from behind the camera.
Damn.
I mean, to be
But
fair,
why
they
would
haven't
you?
really
Get down.
been filming you for the past
No,
argument.
they've been following Elytra.
That was the drama, so they had to get the drama.
hmm
I think
And-
Elytra will walk up to Physique and say, I think it might be best if we move this into a private room.
10-4. All right, break it up. Break it up. You all need to be back on your machines. Just because I'm not watching you directly does not mean I'm going to accept any slackers. Got it?
Wing should also have a spotter.
I walk by Sugar Bomb, since I'm assuming it was that pointed out as the spotter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And be like, just tap his shoulder, like, go spot your friend, dude. Not a very good teammate if you're gonna let him get choked out by a weight machine.
Or a
They
good
just roll their
hero.
eyes. Whatever.
Enjoy your
Is
new
this
age
the attitude
Zumba.
you take when you deal with people in the city?
They don't respond. They just go to stand as a spotter. Whereupon one of the producers runs over. "Hey, we need you on the machine.
What producer says this?
It's like some like scrawny looking guy in like a baseball cap.
I turn to him. Hey, working out without a spotter is fucking dangerous. If you're encouraging this, that's a lot of legal liability on your hands.
They signed waivers.
Did they?
How is it going to
Tony,
look?
they signed waivers, right? Another thumbs up from behind the camera.
And how's it going to look if they're under your care and one of them gets hurt and cannot help the city when they're needed next?
Kind of unethical business practices, wouldn't you say? I imagine there's some people in the city who care greatly about that.
It's at this point Physique just like blows a whistle and is like, "Misfits, over here. Let's move."
HK hyperspeeds that way. Like,
Yeah,
I
no.
need out of this fuckery.
I'll just shrug, and then before I turn to join the rest of them, I'll shoot over at Bulletproof. Nice shorts. Hair could use a little work.
Just he's like in the midst of like feeling for his clothes and like finding them, but like nothing changes, so he's just like, "What the hell?" He's very confused.
He's gonna be confused.
Tabs
for a
gets a
little bit longer.
text to look into that producer.
Thank
All
you.
right.
So petty.
Nitro walks over
Why?
to.
Hang on. Why did I just have the thought that you could be texting people constantly by just having like, I don't know, a pill bug or something with like little foot pads
Yeah,
on?
yeah,
your
God.
pocket?
It's
Wait,
happening in
Consider
her
a
pocket.
tiny pillbug-sized phone. The pillbug's acting as like
Yeah.
a receptionist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or a bug that she can like talk to that that sends it to another bug in a bag or in her pocket
Just a
somewhere
blue-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to do the texts. An
The
army of
texting
pill
bug.
bugs typing.
All right, but as Physique leads you all off to a private workout space, I think we're going to go ahead and take a break there real quick because I need to refill on my water.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
I also need water.
Well, I don't think it really counts as public TV since I
I
don't
mean,
think they were
technically,
live,
you didn't
but
cut
we're
off
live.
anybody's arm.
It doesn't count as
so-
public TV until it's aired.
Also, without context, that's kind of an unfounded accusation.
It is-
People
it
call
was-
me a villain all the time, and I just ignore it.
And
To
it's
be
only
fair-
because I look like one.
There- I resemble one
You're just
that
judging me
may
based
or
on
may
my
not.
appearance, okay?
Really rude.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I had
the
a talking
appearance
to
of
about
a
with
known
DB about that too.
Terrorist for hire.
We just need to pull the whole, it's like, what? You can use other people's branding
can
or like
use-
copyrighted
yeah.
stuff if it's like obviously a mockery.
Yeah, it's a parody.
Yeah.
Satire,
It's
bro.
a parody.
Yes. Yeah.
You
Legally
just don't
protected via
understand
transformative work.
satire. That's what you should say to people. You just don't understand satire.
Remember that. for next time.
No, it's a transformative work, you see.
You
I'm
don't
sorry,
understand my
Elisha.
art.
Don't you remember that super old show South Park? It's like that.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point in the timeline, South Park has probably been off the air for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
It is fairly
Is
old.
The Simpsons still going?
Of
Simpsons
course.
Yes.
will never end.
Yeah.
The Simpsons was a dead horse that somehow got zombified back to life recently. By this point, it is absolutely dead again.
And we'll get brought back to life again.
Now, Elytra, did I hear correctly that you were saying you wanted to talk to DB about the fact that he disowned you guys on TV at some point?
Oh, I was just saying. Next time I talk with DB, we'll talk about, we'll talk about why
Satire.
Silver Phantom is satire.
Hmm, gotcha.
Next sparring
You
session.
just don't understand our humor.
Here, let me explain it to you, then you'll find it funny.
You're obviously not.
Let me explain it to you, you fucking idiot.
You're obviously not complex enough to understand the nuance of our.
I need to make a
Humor.
custom move for bully someone else.
We're getting closer and closer to it, let's be real. Okay.
Goodness. Okay. But we pick up with Physique sort of escorting you guys into a private workout room, which has one of his more famous inventions in it, the Omni Mover, which is basically like a transforming set of parts and micro machines to create basically just about any workout device you can imagine.
Nice.
And it form an obstacle.
Yes.
Woo! Are we doing an obstacle first?
But he closes the door and then like presses a switch and like the windows go opaque, which definitely is preluded by like Sugar Bomb doing like the at Elytra.
Elytra
Is Bulletproof
blatantly
doing
ignores
bicep
it.
curls again in front of the window?
the fucking water
I
truck
flipped them off.
watching him.
Right? But the second the screens go up, Physique sort of... Alright. Sorry about that. Freaking promotions. Love that they bring business, but some of the people they bring in for them, I swear. Alright, so Tab said we're here to work out a new regimen, right?
Correct.
Alright, what can all of you do?
Elytra will list off her standing regimen that Tab says are going through.
That's nice and all. And Tab, send me your files, but I want to know what you think you can do.
Like, in general? Or like what our superpowers are? Or like...
What's your strengths? What's your weaknesses? What can you do?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm squishy, but I'm fast.
Alright?
Complementing that, I'm durable but less maneuverable.
Alright?
Good team.
Also super
have
strength.
great sensory awareness of a battlefield, provided I can get enough bugs on it and around a sparring match. However, I don't have much strength outside of a standard human.
Alright.
I hit
Light.
stuff.
Light hand to
With-
hand combat.
Alright.
More of our mind fighter.
Maybe maybe some average agility, stealth when it works.
You're more of a tactician.
Yeah.
An SP is a trained martial artist.
Yeah, I hit stuff. And sometimes Glory throws me and I land on stuff.
Mhm.
My weaknesses would be bullets, swords, falling from very tall heights. Most things actually, yeah.
Anything that would kill a normal
So-
person.
Pretty much, yeah.
That. I mean, me too. I'm just
sorta
really
like-
fast, so I dodge fast.
When he realizes that SP is just like a normal person, after Glory says that she's thrown him, he just sort of like side-eyes Glory for a second.
To be fair, SP said the Glory throws him.
Oh,
Out of a moving car.
still side-eyeing
Into another
Glory.
moving car. I
To
made
be
it.
fair though, she's
Awesome.
thrown me too, and I'm pretty sure she threw me at your dad, or not your dad. Scratch that. Threw him at that one guy at that one Martian place. You know?
Oh, that happened 5 days ago.
Yeah, that happened like 5 days ago.
We've talked about it since.
Okay.
Because
And
we met up after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Thoth was there, but like the girls in SP met up.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the hotspot. He sort of just pats SP on the shoulder.
I thought you could heal.
We don't know that.
Nobody knows.
About that.
You as players know that.
I'll say though,
okay. I
Glory
thought that was
says-
a thing then.
Nope.
somehow he always manages to come out unscathed. I'm not sure I've ever really seen you take a notable injury.
No, I don't know. Maybe I got some of that luck manipulation from Fortune Fox. Probably all those lottery tickets I give her.
Is that how that
HK is
works?
just sort of
Yeah.
like squinting, like
You seem to land on your feet a lot, so
Like
sense.
a cat.
yeah.
maybe you're right.
Physique is like punching settings into the machine, and he sort of looks over his shoulder. Y'all know Fortune Fox?
It's
Yeah.
my grandma.
Yeah.
Ah, that explains a lot.
Don't
Wait,
tell
what
A lot.
does it
her.
explain?
Wait, above the table, Jenna. Who is her direct descendant? It's your mom, right?
Your mom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell her daughter that we just mentioned that we bought her scratch cards.
She won't
Hey,
let me in the
she can
house
stay
if
with
I
me.
don't bribe her. She scares me.
I mean, she'll
She'll
probably
follow us
let you in the
around, yeah.
house. I mean, she just might.
She'll just follow us around until we buy
She's
her
just
stuff.
always in the room that I go into. I don't know.
Yeah, she
It's
does
just
that.
safer that way.
FF was a big name when I was coming up, so if I can do her a favor through you guys, I will absolutely do so.
I will let her know that you trained us. I'll put in a good
You're a
word.
good boy. Yeah.
You know, if she wants
I'll
to
do
drop
like
by and do a
that.
promotion, be better than working with those bozos.
Oh yeah, I don't know if she's doing promotion. I mean, she probably would. She's got.
Y'all
little more
don't have any of those brand deal things, do you?
Not
No.
officially, no.
Ugh.
Tabs is
Tabs.
That's about it.
Kind of.
That's not
Tabs
really a brand
is
deal,
our-
though.
like
More of a
super
manager.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, agent,
Coordinator.
Yeah. Team
For
coordinator.
reference-
babysitter.
For
Babysitter. Yeah.
reference, kiddos, the term around the community is den mother.
The den
Babysitter.
mother.
That's fair.
Supervisor.
Maybe don't refer to the person in charge of you as your babysitter. Might help with your image a little bit.
And and other than that, we don't have any official sponsors. My dad did some hoverboards up for us, but
That wasn't really a sponsorship. That was
No, he just
because his daughter asked.
Because I asked him to do it. He did it.
Nice of him.
We should probably look into sponsorships, huh?
We could
I was
ask
gonna
him.
say, do them wisely.
Seems like it might be more trouble than it's worth to me.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
get the
that's been
right
the case for
ones,
me.
you just need to make sure that they're ethical and they're not going to make you do that. Because I'm not going back to that performative heroing again. That is not.
Those
for
guys
me.
were douchebags.
Yes.
They're performing for the. It's not about saving people. It's about views and follows and
Fame.
sponsors.
I mean, I don't blame them. That's how they make it in the world. But
I guess.
no way to make it. All right. And
Whatever
he,
they
like,
wanna
pulls a
do.
lever, and the machine just like and just starts like rolling out like multiple like setups. Think I've got everything programmed for you. All right. Let's see. Thoth. I want you doing some basic lifting. You're on the weights.
Hey.
You make sure you're able to carry, on average, at least one person. That's an important metric.
Right?
Glory, you're on flexibility training. I've got some systems over there to help you stretch out if need be.
Alright.
Be careful on the dialing. That is designed for up to 16 tons worth of lifting force. So, don't snap yourself in half, please.
I'll avoid it.
HK. Let's see. Yes, I want you on the speed bags. I want you working on accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
not with the sword, with your hands.
You don't want me to cut up your bags?
No.
Did you bring the sword? Does she have the sword on her?
She
It's
can
always
just
on her.
summon the sword.
It doesn't
Oh, okay.
appear to be on me,
It's there. we
but
know
I
it's there.
could make it appear if I want to.
I don't know if he ever would have noticed that. He just always assumes she's armed. It seems to be the safest way.
I mean, she's a known hero above the table. So
Yeah.
It's kind of it's kind of like
And he
a
did say that he received files on all of you
Mhm.
from.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's she's like
My
it's like
file is probably
I-
really short.
and she's like I think it's like in a pocket dimension. I like summon it.
Well, don't summon it. I want
Are
you
you sure,
working the
though?
bag with your hands.
Oh, okay.
If you damage my machine, you pay for it.
it's also good for you to have hand-to-hand experience.
In case
Exactly.
Yeah.
can't have a sword.
Think of it this way. You're really good with a sword. Improve some other abilities and you'll get even better with it.
Exactly. That's the right mindset. Silver, you with me? We're doing some sparring.
Okay.
I want to see just how much martial arts you know. And how well you can use them on me.
Yes.
We're all
Elytra.
eating popcorn watching.
You, and he goes behind a desk and wheels out the most ancient CRTV you have ever seen. You are following this. And he blows off what, to some of you, is the most ancient relic you've ever seen. A VCR tape that appears to be from the 80s.
Richardson.
Please let it be a Richard Simmons video.
I have no clue who that is, but sure.
Jazzercise.
He was an exercise mogul.
Yeah.
basically.
Or like the
gotcha.
Buns of Steel. It's the Buns
Mhm.
of Steel video.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's exactly that, but it's, say, like Abs of Steel or something.
Yeah.
I want you following this video while you're controlling, let's say, 5 bugs. No, actually, 4. One for each of your teammates.
Do
And
you
while-
want them on the teammate, or do you want them doing something?
No, observing. Your practice is to observe while you're working out. From what I understand, your power can spread your attention a little thin. We're going to be working on that.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get to work. Everyone roll me a d6 real quick.
5.
3.
2.
Oh, that was an order.
1.
5, 3, 2, 1, and 1. Whew, boy. Okay.
We forgot 4.
So, we will start with Glory. Glory, you're doing decently to very well.
I did say at the top she does yoga.
True. But you did not list that as one of your strengths, so turns out going into full flexibility training, pretty easy transition for you.
I don't think she'd consider it a strength because it's not something that's an innate power,
True.
but it is something she works on to... Being a muscle-bound Hulk is not really effective if you can't move.
Exactly, and that's exactly the philosophy behind what Physique is trying to do with you. And it turns out, you fit right into it. SP, you're kind of having a rough time.
Well, that's fair.
As previously mentioned, Physique is super strength, and you're doing your best with your martial arts, but by God, are you just not able to move him? And he basically is just drilling you again and again and again, and at a certain point you sort of sit there on the mat and think, this is what Dino Boy felt like a few minutes ago, isn't it?
I don't have any thoughts about Dino Boy in my head. I promise you that.
Fair enough, but it is a familiar look to everyone else who's looking on here. Thoth, you rolled a 1, you said?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a cramp. That's a cramp.
My muscle mass is already non-existent.
Yeah, Physique is like pushed your weights a little bit, and maybe you should have hydrated a little bit more because you definitely are in the middle of a rep, and then your arm is just like
Seasons up.
Which, of course, does not stop Physique from telling you to keep going with the other arm.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah. HK, you just cannot get a handle on this speed bag. It is...
Yeah, I imagine she's not throwing punches quite right because she's not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
She's had some like martial arts training, but like she really slacks off during it. She wants to dance and she likes a sword. Those are the 2 things she likes to do. And skate. Skate park stuff.
And like at a certain point, Physique stops his training with SP, who I'm imagining is just like starfished on the mat, just like, okay.
I got judo flipped at some point, but I'm
Yep.
gonna take 5. back to
Comes over to you, HK, and is like, you've got to lock it in, and then strike. None of this in the between. Strike. You got it? And tuck your... And he, like, grabs your hand.
Yeah,
and
she's
tucks the
like
thumb in.
elbows out. And
Keep at it.
she's like slap punching the bag, but very fast. But
Pretend
it
it's
doesn't look very
bulletproof.
effective.
Glory says as she's just, like, doing a full split in the background. Elytra. You are finding your workout, well, quite a workout. Following instructions from the tape is already kind of difficult because this thing is old. Like, it's dusty and the tape keeps on skipping, and, like, you need to, like, stop your workout and, like, go and fix it as you're, like, keeping focus on all your teammates. And, like, at one point you realize, oh crap, I stopped paying attention to, like, the bug that's over Glory, and it's just, like, completely wandered off. Like, it's genuinely kind of straining your mind a little bit just to, like, spread this far. Which is why you don't really notice until it's too late when you back directly into a hard bit of the machinery and fall directly backwards and feel a sharp pain on your hand. And as you look down, you are in fact bleeding, as it appears that you caught yourself on a sharp bit of the machine.
Well,
Going
I'm
well.
sure Well, you said I had my backpack, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a first kit. I always have a first aid kit. I think
Hyper
she
preparation.
immediately breaks and wraps the hand.
All right.
It's bleeding and she doesn't want it getting everywhere. Tabs has drilled that into her head enough times that
Physique notices right away and sort of hustles over. Hey, you all right?
just split a little too thin, lost track of my sense of balance and slipped.
Hey, it's all right.
It's nothing much. It'll heal and it'll be fine. Just wanted to clean it up before it became a mess.
Yeah, I got some isopropyl. He sort of like rummages around in a cabinet, pulls out a bottle. And as everyone else is working out, he sort of like then says in the hushed tone, "So, Tabs told me you've been pushing it a little bit."
Little, yeah. Kind of hard going through. This is my third team, my third try.
Third? Ugh, sorry.
I just want to kind of be enough, you know. Tabs picked me for some reason, but it's not like we really mesh power-wise.
Can I be honest with you for a few minutes here?
Sure.
I'm not gonna act like I understand what Tabs is thinking 99% of the time. I mean, hell,
That's fair.
I graduated with a kinesiology degree. She's leagues beyond me. But, that being said, looking over the record you built so far, I think I kind of get why she'd be interested in you. Smart like her, clever like her.
She's taught me a few things. It's kind of just was lucky. She scooped me up before I did something really stupid. Before I bit off more than I could chew.
Seems like you're still biting, if you ask me. Listen, I was that kid hero, okay? I was the one who thought I needed to prove myself. That's how I got my arm broken in the first place. The fact of the matter is, there's so many heroes in this city, you can't force when you get to prove yourself. So just don't rush it, you know? And he is attempting to shift your superior down and your savior up.
I'll take that shift.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
Hmm?
No, I can't take that shift.
Condition.
Condition time.
Well, I mean, you can
You
take
can
it, but it's just
You can
gonna cause
resist
condition.
the shift, can't you?
You can. You can try to.
I can try and... Yeah, I'll try and resist it then.
Okay.
What is that?
When
What
you
am I
reject
rolling here?
someone's influence, when you reject someone's influence, it is just a roll, not plus or minus anything, unless you're a delinquent, who is the one playbook who does get a bonus to this.
I have that move now.
That is a miss, though. So I will take a condition and you can readjust my labels.
So, don't forget to mark potential, because that
Yes.
does count for that. But I'll say internally, you're like, no, fuck you. I can force this. I'm the shit. And we'll say, instead of the savior up, superior down, we'll say, superior up, mundane down.
Also a condition.
So that
So
would
I
be
will
Nothing
take
but
2.
conditions.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine.
insecure feels like a good first
Yeah.
condition here.
Yes.
And does angry sound about right to you?
Yeah, I feel like she's a little angry. I don't know if it's necessarily at him, but it is at, like,
It's been a day.
it's been a day. She's dealt with both the teams that rejected her right now, and she's not exactly happy, and someone's telling her, you don't, like, she's interpreting it as, like, you're trying too hard, you need to stop. And maybe that you should be happy with where you are placed, and she doesn't agree with that.
That's definitely not what he was aiming for, but if
No,
Elytra takes
no.
that way, he can't exactly
But-
help that.
No, Elytra is Elytra, and
Mhm.
has her issues.
The Misfit has issues?
Misfit has issues?
No.
Nah.
Unheard of.
We're
That's
all
fake.
extremely functional, emotionally stable.
I think, though, Elytra will take a breath, and with a smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes, thank him for his words and say she'll consider them.
He's none the wiser. He just smiles back. Yeah, of course. I know I play up the whole, like, super gains sort of deal, but, you know, I've been around a while at this point. Now that you know it, check the skin routine.
She does chuckle a little bit at that.
Alright, let's get back to it.
And she will.
And as the two of you start to head back, let's say Glory. You feel something weird.
What kind of weird?
We'll say that you're using like a foot strap to sort of help get your legs into position. And you feel as the strap tightens.
I released the hold. That doesn't feel normal.
You release the stretch, but you try to release the strap. It's not coming off. And you hear a as the weight pull on it starts to increase.
Physique, you got a failsafe on this?
Yeah, why? What's up?
Machine's doing something unexpected.
Thoth,
Oh.
you're mid-rep as you also start to feel your weights start to ratchet up on their own.
Whatever's going on is happening over here too. And I'm gonna try and get out of it.
Alright, everybody clear off. Clear. SP, would you like to roll me take a powerful blow?
Oh,
No, but I
Like
will.
to? No.
I add
just-
conditions. I have 3 conditions.
oh, jeez. Just start throwing out
Okay.
insults.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. So you get to choose one. As the mat does not snap shut. However,
good.
some mechanism releases, and what was HK's speed bag instead becomes a weight on a trebuchet that just sort of like boom, smacks you directly in the chest.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Well, I can't really mark 2 more conditions because I'm almost out of conditions.
You could.
It's only
you
when
would
you
pass
control
out.
yourself.
go to mark your 6th.
I don't want all these conditions though.
I would like to reject this condition.
Can I reject the condition's influence?
No.
I'm gonna lash out Although I don't really know who exactly I'd be lashing out at, because I just got hit with a machine, but...
I mean, it was HK's speed bag.
You can yell at me. It's okay.
Did you hit it so fucking hard and decided to hit me?
I don't have super strength. Why is everybody being mean to me today?
All right. Well, as that happens,
Doing.
HK, you feel as like something retracts, and from behind you, like one of the exercise chairs just like catches you, and just starts like hurtling you towards a like punching bag, just trying to like slap you into it.
Can I
Hey.
veer out of the... Can I, like, launch myself out of, like, off of the chair?
Sure. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers.
Yeah. I want to do that. Whoa, no. Speed away from the ghosts that are attacking us. Okay. Unleash my powers, it's free. So, 10.
Okay. With a graceful vault over, we'll say, you just sort of like whoop, flip
Yeah.
out of the chair right as it just impacts into the bag.
A cartwheel.
Definitely with more force than was intended, because you all hear like the sound of shearing metal as the chair and the bag just like get completely thrown off of this array. And Physique is like, what the shit?
We have to
Jim's
get out of here.
haunted.
We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here.
Is this connected to anything else?
Hang on. As he runs over to the control panel, which if anyone looks over, the control panel is wigging the fuck out.
Should we turn it on and off again?
Can
anybody-
I send a text to Tabs to say shut the power down?
Yeah. Also, find out if somebody's
Processing.
hacking it.
Thoth,
Yeah.
roll to take a powerful blow as the weight machine you are using attempts to squish you.
Okay.
You thought it was a workabout mix, but no, it's the fight for your life mix.
Roll plus conditions. I have one condition. Don't think I have anything. What dice do I use?
Not good ones.
Oh, that's true. I want bad ones. Hang on.
Yeah,
Let me grab
that's
them earlier.
that was really my downfall. Let me just get out a couple other d6s.
That is 2 1s. So
Good.
a total of 3.
I love that for you.
No, that's actually good.
Don't forget to mark potential, and how do you expertly get out of this
Some
chest
different-
press that was about to press you?
Press your chest. It
Press
was
it
about
back.
to press your chest.
I think just not gracefully at all. I think I just roll off of it. Because my arms are already feeling like limp noodles, so I just tuck and roll out of this machine and flop onto the floor.
Okay. And you hear the sharpest clang as these two arm bars just like whack together so hard that like screws and pieces come flying off of them.
HK is gonna
Pro,
summon that katana now.
can I roll been reading the files to if there's any kind of machine malfunctions that could be linked to someone or a villain or anything like that, or a superpower?
Sure.
Thank you. Now I just have to read that and remember what I'm actually rolling here. Superior. That's a 10. So I get
Okay.
it's S2. How could we best end this quickly? And
what here's the biggest threat. And I
Isn't
think
that
I
a-
get... Oh, wait, is that...
That's be mindful of your surroundings, I think.
I was about to
yeah.
say.
Sorry, is that wrong?
No, been reading the files. Is
Yo,
where you,
yeah, no, I do
yeah.
have been reading the files. I thought it was in combination with something. That was my bad. So I would say, because it is a tech-based power, I feel like Tabs has informed me of it in the past, or of something similar in the past, or at least something that this would be something that she would track and know about.
Okay. So you do get to tell us basically.
Oh,
one
I do
important
get
one.
one. Shoot, I don't know.
But I will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember. And then on the 10+, you get to ask a follow-up question after.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I think this reminds Elytra of probably the first big villain that Tabs told her about. Specifically Blackout and how he controlled machinery. And that was the first real warning Elytra ever got regarding villains.
Indeed. Blackout. Tabs's possibly former nemesis. His aliveness is a little debated nowadays.
Can
But
you tell us that while we're...
Well, haven't finished
Yeah.
quite yet here.
Oh, go ahead.
That being said, though, there's in the old reports that Tabs provided about Blackout, there's usually more coordination in regards to his attacks in that way.
Mm-hmm.
This is much more random, because even though there are things like seemingly attacking your team members, there are also parts of this machine that are just like going haywire on their own. Like there's a pull-up bar that's currently like doing a helicopter motion with no one near it. There's like a set of resistance mag weights that are currently like just dunk 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 for no reason. It seems sporadic.
And then my follow-up is, does this seem like a copycat or a new breakthrough power?
The closest you would probably think is that it's some sort of copycat,
Mhm.
but like a very poorly done one to Blackout.
Okay.
Like someone's mimicking his methods, but like with 5% as much finesse.
If you tell us this, I want to ask a question, but if not.
I mean, Elytra will yell out that it doesn't seem as controlled as some of the more superior villains would be. Could be a copycat, or...
Do they need to be so close to do this?
With cyber
It's
criminals,
cyber, so...
they could be literally anywhere.
anywhere.
Who knew that we were going to be here?
Tabs.
Tabs.
And she's the preeminent cybersecurity hero.
How live was the feed on the exceptionals?
I mean,
Oh.
Bulletproof was asking about recording, so presumably not that live.
Hmm.
But you don't know how they were recording.
But
Yeah,
nobody
that might
on
be a-
the exceptionals has this power set.
No, I just thought
Someone
more so
watching.
if it's a live record, like if there's any kind of live
If
recording,
they were
someone
streaming,
could
they
have
would
got
have
us.
seen us.
Yeah, go in.
Are there like security cameras around here too?
There are security cameras, but that might be something to investigate later because
Yeah.
Glory is
Maybe
currently being
probably
suspended
fight
by
for
her
our
foot.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, Glory's being suspended by what?
Yeah,
Her foot, and there's a series of kettle weights that have just been placed on a ramp and are now rolling towards her head.
You
Would like to
still
rescue
You know
Glory.
what? I don't even care. I'll ask my dad for the money. You should just like summon their katana to like cut Glory down. I don't even care. I'll ask ask my dad to cover it.
You okay with that, Gloria? Did you have a role you want to do in mind?
Okay, so she's suspended from a foot and wait, so kettlebells are going towards her head in what? So
Like
I'm
the
not.
machine has warped itself in a way that like the holder for the kettlebells is like on a ramp, and now they're just like falling out towards you.
What size kettlebells?
20s and up.
Big.
I think Burrow will probably just try to stop them, like with a hand for long enough to resolve the situation.
All right, go ahead. And roll
Conversely,
me
pulling herself up, put those abs to work.
Yeah, there
go
you
ahead
go.
and roll me Unleash Your Powers, and then HK roll me Defend.
Cool.
Okay, on the wrong page.
Shut up, phone.
And for defend that savior,
Correct.
then I got a 9.
Oh, hey, Samesies. Wait, no. No, sorry. That's freak, not savior. 8.
Okay. Well, in your case, Glory, I will say that you do manage to just like crunch yourself to safety. Which is
Abs!
impressive. That being said, you're not free from the machine. It's still quite thoroughly wrapped around your foot. But HK, with that 9, you get to pick one, but you either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I'll expose myself to danger, but yeah, and I will cut Glory free from the mission. She's like, "Are you still firm?" You know, it doesn't matter. It
You do get to
doesn't
pick
matter.
one, though.
Yeah, so she'll expose herself to danger, but cut Glory down.
No, there's like a list of options with defend that you get to pick from.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay, defend, and take influence over. Then I choose one. Okay, so clear condition.
Okay, you can go ahead and clear a condition. And then you can roll Take a Powerful Blow for me, because in the process of cutting Glory free, a giant kettlebell rolls directly into your ankle.
Ah! Captain was freaking the fuck out earlier, so I locked him outside of the room, and now he's smacking the door because I so locked him out.
Blondie does
Mother!
that when there's
Mother,
a
why have you
closed
done this to
door.
me, Mother?
Because you were trying to rip up the comforter.
She'll throw her whole 15-pound body at the door.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to get rid of insecure.
All right.
And
then you can roll me that Powerful Blow.
Y'all. Does Glory land on? Yeah, you said the machine warped, so she's just landing
5.
on that.
A 5. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll say with yet another graceful maneuver, possibly even something resembling like a circus act. I'm kind of imagining you're just like, you feel the impact and you're just like, roll. And you just end up like rolling in the opposite direction on top of the kettlebell.
Yeah. She learned some defensive maneuvers when her mom was teaching shit.
It's
Hell yeah.
ballet.
She knows
This is
how
her
to not
dancing.
take a hit too hard, you know? Go with the whatever and, you know,
Go with the flow.
go with
whatever,
the
do
flow.
the
Flex
thing.
and flow, you know?
But it's
You
about
can't hit anything, but...
it's about this moment. Physique this whole time has been like trying to use the interface and it's just not responding. And you just hear him go, fuck it. And just plunges his arm up to the elbow in the thing.
Hell yeah.
I don't feel bad about cutting your stuff then.
And like the machine, like it's still like trying to move, and then y'all watch through the through the windows, because they stop being opaque, by the way, as a good chunk of Elysium Park just goes dark.
Ooh.
That wasn't us.
Badoop,
Tabs.
power cut off.
Well,
Tabs.
Sick.
Tabs.
Thanks, Tabs.
Thanks.
is everyone okay?
I think
Fine.
My body hurts,
Elytra
but I'll
will
be alright.
check
It's
Will?
still on
heavily
the ground. Glory will lift my hand
HK's
up.
ankle and
I rolled with it.
yeah.
I got that from probably from dance, you know.
That was
Yeah.
a good maneuver.
It's about at this point you all can start hearing like voices around and below you of people being like, "What the hell?"
I take it this isn't a normal occurrence.
No. And if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go figure out what the fuck is going on in my gym.
That was us. I think the power. That was us, right?
No, that wasn't us. We didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
The machine certainly wasn't us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That
I
part,
figured.
no.
And he sort of opens the door. Diego! Just like calls for one of his like staff, and you can see him like talking like
Boone.
with gestures, just like, what the fuck?
Is the chip from this machine, like, I know he destroyed the interface. Is it still salvageable? Because Tabs might want that.
Find out who is targeting us.
Well, how about you
The
go ahead and
exceptional.
roll me
That's
and
a
assess the
long
situation?
list.
Oh,
We
lovely.
pissed off-
Yeah,
How many
yeah, we
people did we
pissed
piss
a
off
lot of
today?
people.
Yes.
Hope is just gonna say, do we think if the power back on this thing will reactivate?
That's a 12.
We don't know.
Possibly.
Maybe.
After Elytra does her
Um,
thing, we should probably get it clear of the machine.
Should we unplug everything?
Does it even have a
so,
plug?
I don't know.
It does have
Future.
yeah.
Plug it.
So I got a 12.
Yeah. Start unplugging
So-
everything.
Yeah. Assisted that.
12,
uh,
you say, so you get to ask 2.
Yes. I will say. I guess. What here can I use to report the situation or
That someone
get
knows
the
that
most information back to Tab?
Okay. Well, you sort of investigate the control console for the machine. It is quite thoroughly smashed. It appears that Physique is rather adept at using his strength to destroy complex devices. Go figure for a hero.
Yeah. That tracks.
That being said, it appears, due to how it's built, the motherboard is actually mostly intact. So, it takes a little jiggling and some tool usage, but you do manage to get the board free.
I'll make sure with I'll check with Physique before I take it fully that Tabs can look it over to try and figure out what happened. And I guess what here is the biggest threat, as like maybe in the sense of what was trying to be accomplished here.
Well, looking things over and like the damage that's happened to the machine and how it was sort of almost self-destructing in a way, the biggest threat here is that this appears very random. If this was targeted, it would have triggered like on the modes and machines that you all were using in specific, but it seems like it triggered on everything. So the biggest danger here is just sort of whoever was going to be caught in the scattershot blast of a malfunction that this was.
Does it go
So-
beyond this room? I'm asking Elytra this.
Open my head, stick my head out the door. Are
You
the
open your head?
exceptionals-
Yeah.
Sorry, open
Oh
the
my
door and stick
God.
my head out the door. Are the exceptionals being chased around by exercise equipment at all?
Floating dumbbells.
Yeah.
No. But as you do poke your head out, you can more clearly hear what's going on. Because there's sort of like the open, like, airway that the bigger, like, heavy-duty super strength machine uses. And you can hear all sorts of voices down below of people being like, what's going on? Why did my machine stop working? Is this some sort of drill?
Sounds like all the other machines just kaput.
Stopped.
Could be the
Uh,
power cutting, but
And at one point, SP, you see one hero in like a black tank top with like this silver moon design on it, and the dude's only got one arm, which
He's
is
supposed to have an arm.
he has a stump, so you're assuming he had another arm at some point.
Is it bleeding?
Is it
No,
actively in? Okay.
no, it looks like it was medically
Okay.
severed.
okay.
Okay.
For a second, I was like, did the machine just like cut off his arm?
Dismember.
No. But he sort of
Toss
he
you an arm
pokes
and
his
a
head
leg.
around, and Physique actually goes, "Oh, please don't tell me one of the machines did that to you." And he's like, "What? No, sorry, Fizz, but like everyone's wondering what the hell's going on." Tell everyone to meet in the atrium. I'll explain.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
It seems just this room went nutso.
But as you're poking your head out, you do see the exceptionals are sort of standing around their camera crew, who are in the process of like talking to each other and pulling stuff out of the camera.
Like
I'm gonna go up to Elytra and say,
chips out
do you
of
think
camera?
if a bug crawled inside that camera, it'd ruin the footage?
Potentially.
You're
you,
a
like,
menace like the
Yeah.
rest of us.
Could you like EMP pulse
I
off
don't
of a
like
bug?
your ex. I don't actually know if I know he's your ex, but I don't like him.
We've all just collectively decided to hate this
we
man.
all were like, the vibes are off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sweetheart was a little.
Crow, let's try and go bug in the system on this camera.
Is it the same camera that Dutch had by any chance?
No, this is like
Okay.
a proper Hollywood
I was gonna say, if I
camera. This is
recognize
some
how it would
high-tech
work,
stuff.
I'll tell her what buttons she can press.
There are more buttons
But-
than you can possibly imagine on this camera.
No, I got nothing. It's not a DSLR.
But as you pilot a fly over to the little like gaggle of them, Elytra, you
Mhm.
do hear a few things. Tony, the apparent head producer, is like, "So, do we have the footage or not? I'm working on it. Hang on." And you hear Bulletproof, who is on the ground, sort of tapping a foot, and he says, "If we just wasted this whole day, I swear to God." And you watch as Sugar Bomb just like rolls their eyes, rummages around a little bit in like their pocket, and like pulls out a cigarette. Angelfish sort of looks over at them. "I don't think you're allowed to smoke in here. Bite me." Lynx is just sort of standing there like, "So are we done for the day?"
How do we steal Angelfish for our team?
You like Angel.
She seems fine.
She's cute. And like nice.
She seems nice compared to
think
everybody
I
else. over
will, if I can pull the team aside, I will let them know what I've overheard before I commit to destroying the footage.
there.
I mean, anytime you can ruin Bulletproof's day, I'm on board with. Like,
But
They
is
might
it
have some
evidence
footage of
that
what
it did?
happened.
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah. I'll keep the bug with them so I can overhear shit.
Do we
Seems
want
smart.
to footage?
Keep on.
I mean, you just
You
take
know what?
my
No.
SIM
Yeah,
card.
I'm gonna
Just take the chip.
I'm gonna track it with the bug and tell Tabs that where it's located so she can follow up.
Or I
Alright.
could just take it in hyper mode.
Well,
I
is the
want them
chip
to-
exposed?
I mean,
Yeah.
there'd be like a little panel you just go and open and pop out the SD card.
Does the
Let's-
team know when you're in fast mode? Because they seem to know you.
Well, I think we previously established that HK leaves like a pink neon
Yeah,
trail
yeah.
when she
Yeah.
super
I might
speeds.
need you guys to distract them before I could like.
I mean,
Well,
could
could
a bug do
both
that?
like mentally erase that at the same time as you're going?
I was gonna say, can Thoth just make me invisible for a hot minute?
We have never tried this, so
Well,
Is
if we don't do it
Teddy
now, we should
totally
try
wrong.
it later.
Yeah, that actually is a
Interesting.
good idea to try later. Ants can lift a lot, right? Could you just get an ant in the camera and have them take the card?
Try and do that.
Well, as
That-
you're piloting the fly over Elytra, you notice something. There is an access point that they should be able to retrieve the SD card from. However, it appears to be massively corroded.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Oh.
like it got fried?
Does it look
Mhm.
recent?
Very recent. In fact, you still see little wisps of smoke coming off of it.
Oh,
Oh!
that footage is ruined
Gonna say,
anyways.
they don't have
Yeah.
footage, so we don't have evidence to steal. Obtain through alternative means.
And it appears in order to get to the SD card, they are in the process of dismantling the camera to get to it from the other side.
Yeah,
Mm.
that shit's toast.
Checking our various things we use to communicate with tabs, phones, and whatnot. Are they functional or are they also fried?
They're working on low bars at the moment because it appears the
I was gonna say, do I have
closest
to
cell
get
tower got
another
shut down.
phone?
Mhm.
Okay, but they're not like smoking
It's
actively
your
or
third
anything.
this week.
No.
It would be my
We're
third
not-
phone
Oh my
this
God.
week if
And
it was
is
on fire.
my tech okay if I had any on me?
We're gonna get you a tough
looks like
phone.
it.
Okay.
Though I will note, Elytra, as you start looking over things, the circuit board you pulled out of Physique's workout machine, one particular path also appears to be corroded. Like one particular circuit on it.
We're gonna have to look into who has
Can I
corrosive powers
Look
like
at
that.
anything around here that might have been wired. The TV was another thing. The
Ancient
it was a
TV.
little wired. Were the
seems
cameras
very
wired to
specific.
anything? Were they plugged in?
Indeed, the TV was wired, and as you look over to it, it still has a timestamp, but all it's showing is static.
It's poltergeist.
Is it plugged in?
It is plugged
It's
in.
silver poltergeist. It's your grand.
And it's at that point you realize, wait a second, the power's out. How is there static on the TV?
The
Oh,
gym was
fuck.
built on an
But
Indian
that
burial
lady-
ground.
The girl, that one girl from that one movie's here. The Ring.
They're here.
Is the TV still plugged in? Or did we
Yeah.
get it in the sweep through?
Everything else doesn't have
TV's
power
not
though.
It is currently unplugged.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's-
was gonna say we unplugged all the things.
TV's haunted.
Is the VCR
Where did
off?
you get this TV?
Can Elytra, while they're engaging, check where she bled? Like which machine?
Oh no!
Oh,
Okay.
We could break the TV.
Roll me plus superior real quick. Just to see
Okay.
how well you can navigate this wreck of a machine.
Oh, that was
Well, we
It's
already broke
currently
some
metal
of Physique's
spaghetti.
stuff. So we
Ah.
probably shouldn't break any more of his
that's a
stuff.
13.
Ooh.
Damn,
I
okay.
think he's concerned with other things right now.
You,
Saying.
with,
Insure-
Insurance will
break it.
cover it, right?
with
You have
excellent
insurance to cover this,
detectiveness, Elytra,
Yeah.
you like sort of backtrace to where you were and like follow the like weird domino effect of carnage that happened on the machine, and you do find where you hit your hand. It appears to be an access point where USBs could be plugged in.
Oh,
I
shit.
don't love that.
It is extremely corroded. In
Did
fact,
you get
it
the
looks,
Did you get
it
the
looks like at
demon
some
as
point in the carnage, it almost
Oh
straight
no!
up exploded.
Fuck demons.
well?
Tech vampire.
Tech vampire, yes.
So yeah, the TV is just buzzing with static.
Felt that.
Do you? Hey,
Ela-
where did you get
Elytra.
the TV?
You've been around a while. Does this strike any bells?
Buzzing TVs. Haunted gyms.
I don't.
A little of both.
Haunted
zombie.
gyms, not so much, but I mean, there have been tech-based villains, which is why I mentioned Blackout and a potential copycat. He's not, well, he's theoretically dead, but
You're right.
he was
No.
strong enough to threaten tabs if someone wanted
What
to
is- what
emulate him.
Concerning.
What do you mean by? I have questions about what you mean by theoretically, bestie.
Elytra, would you tell them the full story there? Shall I?
Yeah, she would relay everything except for
exactly how she is related to him.
Ooh.
So, Elytra would convey to you the story of what is, on current record, the last fight between Tabs and Blackout. Blackout, you would all know, is Tabs' creator. He originally designed her through some unknown method. No one knows how, not even Tabs. And in fact, he's actually the only person who knows what Tabs stands for. Not even Tabs knows. Because it
Not
is an
keeping
acronym.
tabs on people.
Well, that's the theory, but no one knows what the acronym actually was.
Mystery.
But after he created Tabs, he intended to use her as a tool for, well, self-enrichment. You know, supervillain. But, surprise, surprise, she gained sentience and broke away from him. At the time, she was a purely digital being, and ended up going to the Ultras at the time to warn them of what he was doing. That ended up being, like, 30 to 40 years of virtual combat between the two of them, which, slowly over time, Blackout was losing. Because, well, he was constrained by his mortal form as it was. Tabs was pure living code. He could code as fast as he wanted to, but fingers could not outrace the code itself. So he figured he would solve that and digitize himself. Tabs attempted to stop him along with the Ultras, and they seemingly failed. But when they finally broke into his lab after the experiment had gone off, all they found was his body effectively brain dead.
Just like fucking Lawnmower Man.
Why is that an assumption that he failed?
Because he hasn't resurfaced since.
Okay. How long ago was this?
Probably about 30 or so years ago.
How old is this TV? Approximately?
Way older than that.
Yeah.
This is a CRT, like, tube TV. This thing's a relic.
From the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, HK's gonna go look for the gym owner and ask him about the TV, because it appears to still be on.
I'm gonna try hitting the power button.
It switches
Turns
off.
off. Oh.
Press it
Well.
again.
Nothing happens.
Problem solved.
Does it have any of the weird corrosion?
Not that you can tell. HK, you're going to talk to Physique.
Mm-hmm.
Takes you a hot second to find him because he's not on the 3rd floor anymore.
Yeah, she would like to know what the hell is going on with that TV, like where he got it.
You end up finding him on the 1st floor, finishing up apparently a speech to like everyone in the gym. I apologize for the interruption, folks, but we are going to have to close for today. If you could all please file out orderly, in a single line. If you paid for your day, I'll refund you, don't worry. There's just like a murmur of annoyance across the crowd.
The fucking district's out of power.
Yeah, like a whole quarter of Elysium Park has just gone dark.
Physique!
Oh, hey.
Friend! I have a question about the TV upstairs, because it appears to still have power.
Hang on. And he sort of like glances over at the other heroes and he's like, come on, this way. And as he sort of escorts you off, HK, you see that one-armed, dark-skinned hero with the moon tank sort of like watch the two of you go with his head cocked, just like,
Just like he was curious about me and Physique.
Yeah, curious, just like, what's up with that?
She's just making a mental note of his face and moon tank top.
It's a relatively handsome face, all things considered. But Physique sort of like leads you into like an employees only area and is like, okay, sorry, just don't really want to spread the word that one of my machines went nuts, you know?
I was talking about the TV upstairs.
But the TV, what about the TV?
Where did you get it?
From my grandmother? After she passed away?
She friends with any supervillains or anything?
Why? And no?
Are you sure?
Pretty certain. she
Sure,
lived in the
Grandma
middle
didn't
of
moonlight
nowhere,
as a
Texas.
Zero explanation.
That's how we roll.
Okay. It's still on, despite everything else not having power. And
Swear to God, if this is a ghost.
it's unplugged.
Okay.
It's freaking us out a little, I'm not gonna lie, Physique. Like, I think you might have a haunted TV.
Fair. Show me.
Alright.
Come on.
She takes him upstairs.
The TV that we just turned off and can't
Yep.
turn back on
Mhm.
again.
And then she looks totally stupid. You know. Well,
Thought
it
you
was
said the
on.
TV was on.
It was. We turned it off and wanted to see if it persisted, but no.
You can try plugging it back in.
No power.
Ah.
Also,
I mean, it was
there's
going without power.
It was
Start
on
plugging
without
it in.
power.
weird.
Okay, see,
cra-
I'm not crazy. Other people noticed it too.
Where did you? Where is the TV from initially?
I don't know. Some secondhand seller in Texas, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Sounds
she's
It's
right.
not an estate sale.
I got it from my grandmother when she died. She left it in her will. I don't know.
Left the TV in her
She
will.
left it in her
leaves
will
a
to you?
TV. This old ass TV.
I get
This
this
thing's
kind
like
of an
100 years
antique.
old.
Yeah.
Did
She
she have
also left
powers
a
of
bunch
any
of pots
sort?
and pans to me. Did she have powers?
Are those haunted
Anything that
too?
might have like left an impression or lasting?
No. No one
something.
except me and my family has powers, and I got it from being an idiot with some experimental drugs.
Oh,
Happens.
You hit the jackpot then.
Yeah, don't take that as a reason to take steroids.
I don't need
I can't afford
my
it.
powers are innate.
I hit stuff.
And he tries, like, going over to the power cord, plugs the TV in. Nothing immediately happens.
Press the power button again.
Nothing.
Electra, you
Just-
tried.
Just as one last shits and giggles, thinking back to our time in Undertown, I will try and reach out, like have a hand on this TV and try and reach out and see if there's anything there.
Oh my god.
Roll me to unleash your powers.
ooh.
Don't think I have any. Freak is +2, and I don't have any. It's a 9.
Okay.
Alright. Would you rather mark a condition, or have this be unstable or temporary?
I think unstable or temporary makes sense. It's kind of a shot in the dark.
You reach out, and you pick up nothing.
Okay.
It's a hollow box. A similar feeling to when you reach out to something that's mindless. Like, animals also kind of feel like this to you. It's just sort of like... bleh. It's just a void of emotion.
Sparrow's upset that
It's
you
very
said.
rude.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Aegon, AI Cat says that he does have feelings.
Captain's
Yeah, I
scratching
can
at the
say
door
it has
right now.
feelings
'cause
all
I
at
won't
once.
let him
It
in.
lies.
He feels hunger in his soul.
As you sort of like pull your senses back, though, not from the TV, but just from, like, you don't know where, just some ambience around you. There is the briefest something. It's so fast and like, you have no clue where it's from, but there is just a mind present for, like, 0.1 second.
I think I just physically recoil from the TV and like look around trying to pinpoint where this was.
You're not really certain. It is getting dark. Night is falling. Listen, kiddos, I'm sorry about all this, but I gotta do some investigating, so if y'all would mind clearing out, we can pick this up tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully. He sort of, like, looks over at the machine, just in smashed ruins.
You have
Last-
insurance for this, right?
I would assume business insurance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't change the fact that these things are expensive.
Yeah.
They
Uh,
should
mood.
reimburse you in theory.
Question for you.
Hmm?
So, what the machine does when it's working correctly is it can pretty much create any sort of fitness setup you need, right?
And that's the idea.
So, as the person who designed it, does it seem like something went wrong in the code to cause it to malfunction, or do you think something different's going on here?
Well, that's what's got me a little weirded out here. There's supposed to be a failsafe.
Seems like it got deactivated somehow.
Elytra will show him the motherboard and point to this single circuit that has been corrupted.
Probably the failsafe.
That seems too targeted for true randomness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, that SD card like thing on their camera is pretty specific.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
The Exceptional's camera. The
Got
SD
fried.
card
Around
got
the same
fried.
time.
That. Yeah.
Suggest it's not just the machine, perhaps.
Seems specifically
I-
targeted.
Want to take
Yeah.
out my phone, start recording, and just hold it up and look around this room.
Well, you're gonna need a phone too this week.
You
Huh?
see dead people.
I already felt something.
I think Elytra will mimic you and do the similar, but I think she will make sure to snap a picture of that port and send it to Tab in a private message.
Thoth and Elytra,
Not
both of you
our
roll me a
group chat?
d6 real quick.
Elytra's kind of freaked out right now.
That's fair.
I got a 3.
I got a 6 this time.
Woo!
This
Okay.
dice likes me better.
You know what? That kind of makes sense.
Love
So-
that.
Thoth, Elytra, the two of you are sort of like... I forget the name of that one Japanese horror game where you need to take pictures of ghosts. Fatal Frame. That's it.
Yeah.
Sort of fatal framing it. You don't see anything. But Elytra, at one point, your phone... The screen just, like, flickers and shudders for a second before just going back to normal.
Well, that's not going to... I immediately disconnect it from the Wi-Fi. Any kind of service.
What was the phone pointing at when it flickered?
Was it at the port or was it at
It was just at the machine.
the machine?
Seemingly random bit of it.
Elytra will definitely disconnect it entirely from any kind of wireless transmission and stop the recording, turn it off, and warn Thoth that the phones are doing something weird.
Okay, I'll
We're gonna need new phones.
stop my
No.
recording.
Not again.
I was about to say, SP just replaced his phone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be so
Just
mad at
I
us.
have to take my phone out and look at it sadly.
We're gonna need
Not again.
Mine is cracked to high hell.
I had to get a new phone. Mine got smashed by somebody very rude.
Okay, enough of this. You all need to go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Physique starts, like, escorting you out. As you're leaving the room, Elytra,
Mhm.
you kind of reflexively touch your temple as there's just, like, this... It's not sound, so it's not tinnitus. It's more across the sense that you use for your bugs. As there's just, like, this... like, touch of... some noise. Just some psychic ambiance that just sort of like hits your brain and you're just like, that doesn't feel right. And you end up walking out of Physiques with a little bit of a headache.
Love that.
But that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight.
Oh.
Congratulations, you made it through one night at Physiques.
Oh.
The worst.
Yeah.
Only have 4 more nights to go.
Woohoo!
Hey, you might solve it sooner than later, we'll see. But yes, what might be happening at Physiques? Mysteries, mysteries.
Haunted.
It's haunted.
Mm-hmm.
But
And cursed.
we have some end of session questions to resolve here, I believe. So who would like to go first?
I can go. Glory grew close to the team, specifically HK, because she really appreciated the save.
Totally. Understandable.
I'm gonna take potential because I have no conditions.
Yeah.
And I believe HK already influences Glory, yes.
Yes. So
I
that
do
is
have
true.
influence. So I get to so I'm going to put mundane down and danger up.
I can do that.
All right. I think it makes sense, sort of. You know, you were in danger, and it's never mundane.
I mean, she did do a kick-ass crunch to get out of way
Yeah,
of the.
that was pretty
kettlebells.
badass. To be fair, very hot.
You know, I wasn't going to say anything, but I was sitting here like, oh.
Yeah. It's probably like after like a millisecond in her time to go. It's really hot. Before
The GM over this all is like, that's very hot. Combat
Was the goal.
exercise? Hell yeah.
Yes.
I think I'll go next. Elytra grew closer to the team, and I'm gonna say specifically Silver Phantom because he put on the costume she brought for her. Or for
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Love that.
Like right off the bat. No question.
Wanted to see if it's breathable, if it's
Yeah.
workoutable.
That's so cute.
The answer is, not only is it, but it will also save you from evil machinery.
That's good to know.
I'm bruised, but not broken.
I have influence over Elytra, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. We are going to move.
Did I have that wrong?
What?
Oh, other way around.
Yeah.
Sorry, I read my notes wrong.
We're gonna move Savior up. But she done did save me inadvertently. And Mundane down.
Well, those can't Savior can't shift. So
Woo!
the condition
Condition.
I was gonna clear is just gonna stay because I was gonna clear angry. And I'll just
I'm
stay
still
angry.
angry.
Yeah.
That's
That's fine.
fair. We have so much anger over here.
I'm also gonna grow closer to the team and closer to Elytra because she brought me some armor and it works.
Hey!
And I'm a little bit safer today than I was yesterday. For now.
You actually have it
Perhaps.
on, you know.
I have it on, so I'm a little bit safer today. I
And
didn't have it
that
on
was
yesterday.
new influence gained if I have
Yes.
my notes correct.
Sparrow is here screaming at me to go to bed. It's bedtime.
Don't worry, Sparrow, we're almost done. But before I forget, Elytra,
I'm gonna
Yes.
clear insecure.
you may want to add to your notes that you also have influence over Dino Boy.
Come say hi.
Oh, good to know.
Dino.
Come say hi.
Because we're still angry and we're still guilty that Glory got hurt yet again from
I
last
believe
time.
that leaves us with Thoth.
I wasn't sure if I was the last one or not.
I can go last, or I can.
Oh, did you not already go?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want to go last, or do you want to go?
No, I can go next. I didn't know if there was anyone besides me left.
Doesn't
So.
matter.
Rock, paper,
I
scissors.
will grow closer to the team. Specifically Glory, because she described me as the tactician of the team, and that was like a bit of a surprise that
Wait,
She
am I
thinks
in
boys
charge?
over the that way?
moon.
Am I in charge?
She thinks he's clever
Aw.
and makes good use of his powers.
He is.
So.
you do already
Yes.
have influence.
Okay.
While he's sitting down. Don't look at me, Boone.
Hopefully this does not cause a condition. We're going to say superior up, mundane down.
I can do that.
Because honestly, Glory does feel like he makes good use of his powers.
Such as psychically stripping assholes.
Also, that was
Yeah.
very funny.
That
was
was
great.
hilarious.
And I'm gonna clear the one condition I have, which is afraid, so I have conditions.
La-dee-da.
And
Some
with
people
you,
still
HK.
have some.
Says Mr. Phantom, who's like got a bajillion conditions.
I got two. We're down to two.
HK also grew close to the team, and I wish that she could like grow closer to everybody, but I think she has to pick one person in this.
I mean, a reminder, if you feel like someone has gained influence over you over the course of play, you can just say, and you've gained influence over my character.
well, they all already
We all
have
have influence over her.
Yeah.
True, but you can just say that they did it again. It's up to
And
you.
now
It's
everybody
your
has
character.
influence over me.
You all did good. I feel closer to all of you because you all simultaneously picked up on her dislike of this person and immediately were like, bully that guy.
The aggression has shifted to that guy. Fuck
They
that
were
guy.
like, what's this person talking to? And then they were like, what's wrong with that guy? Oh, that guy's an
Oh,
asshole.
Dare he talk to her like that?
Oh, that guy. We
Um,
hate that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Thoth specifically, because she was not really like sure that like Thoth liked her or whatever. Like
I really
I didn't
thought I
feel
could
like he
trip him.
disliked her, but like also she wasn't like
Would've
sure
been
if he
really
liked
funny.
her. You know? He's been kind of a mystery. So like that solidarity specifically from Thoth, like I mean, she's not been like super close to SP, but like, you know.
We had a moment at the car place one time.
Yeah, we had a moment. And
We
like
didn't bully anybody though.
yeah, there was no shared bullying. I hate this person.
I
'cause
want
you
y'all
hate
to
them.
know that you're going to earn a reputation if this keeps up as a team.
We already called them misfits.
For being goddamn menaces. Yeah, I think we're already there.
We didn't bully Fleur.
No,
We were
liked
very
Fleur.
nice to her.
We were all so nice to Angel.
And to be fair, they started it this time.
Yeah.
We
Kane
did not.
We
It's just
finished it.
abrasive.
Yeah, and HK has beef with people that Electra has beef with, so
So, you know, you're just going to taunt a young giant as he's thrown to the friggin' floor.
We didn't start the fight with Silver Spectre. He started it.
I'm not sure people would really care if we bully him.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah,
to say,
we're
he's a
allowed to
villain,
bully
that
him.
doesn't really count.
Just good thing there's no footage of some 20-year-old mouthing off to one of the city's biggest supervillains, because
And then
everyone would
not
be
die.
like, "Who the fuck is
Street
that
cred
guy?"
for that, actually.
God, I hope.
But so Thoth specifically, yeah. She feels closer to Thoth because I feel like they haven't had any moments of like real connection. There's been moments of connection with the rest of the team.
There's a little character trait of those that I think if Heavenly Katana understood better, she'd be like, "Oh, he does like me."
Oh,
But it's kind of a subtle thing, so maybe that'll get revealed later on.
Yeah. Well, she just wasn't sure. She didn't
Yeah.
think he disliked her. She just wasn't sure if he liked her.
I
Because
mean,
I
to
think
be
it's
fair,
completely.
with the exception of Silver Phantom, who is very verbose about his feelings, Thoth is the one who covers his face the most.
Yeah.
You get lots of eyebrow action.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, we
cannot
get
see my
eyebrow
face,
action.
but I will.
Yeah,
I'll tell
Silver
ya.
Phantom, you can't see his face, but by God will he tell you how he's feeling.
It's that mouth, though. That mouth, though.
Or try and do something about it.
He's gonna try.
Next
to
time, I'm just gonna verbally yell at whatever his name is, Bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
Since Glory doesn't know you can regenerate, she's gonna start watching for you doing something stupid and stop you.
Yeah, that's a problem.
All right.
It's a problem.
For
But yeah.
your label shift, I think since you were kind of struggling with the speed bag, we're gonna go freak down and mundane up.
That can happen. And I am going to remove a condition. And that is, she's not going to be afraid anymore?
Despite the fact that there is possibly a ghost.
It's San Sebastian.
Yeah.
Fair.
Arrowtown exists.
It's still
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
scary than the Spectre, but
We fought a
you know.
zombie.
We fought vampires.
She got bit by
Actually,
a
we ran away from
vampire. Like
vampires.
That's true. There were those were creepier.
those she was actually kind of terrified she was going to turn into one of those, and she was like, oh my god, we cannot give my speed to this whatever. I can't. No. That would be the
Friggin' the
worst
sound
thing
barrier.
ever. Yeah, the
That's
fastest
why they killed the
vampire
Flash
ever.
first in DC versus Vampires.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah.
I
So
hate
she's
that arc.
still angry though.
Fair.
She's got some pent up anger. Not gonna lie.
I think that's valid after everything that went down today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Well,
Well, yeah, no, she feels really like this team is way more supportive than her last team.
That's a low bar.
This team's willing to bully your last team for you.
Yeah.
which is a solidarity, right?
New team. Assholes.
I mean,
but they
to be
like
fair,
me, so
Electra is bullying the team for herself because they did just call her a villain, and she's pissed.
Heavenly
I mean,
Just a
to be
little
fair,
bit.
Heavenly
They did
Katana's
also almost
old
let one of their
team.
own teammates get crushed.
Yeah.
Heavenly
Yeah.
Katana's
And-
old team
and-
assholes. Heavenly Katana's new team lovable assholes.
Assholes, affectionate.
Assholes, but not to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
assholes who love me back. Yeah, no, her old team, there was some issues there. Obviously,
bit.
they've made Electra the bad influence that made
Yeah.
HK go away because that's how that works.
They had to justify it in their minds.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
I
it. I was sitting here
I
thinking,
think
like,
so.
okay, how are they internally justifying that it wasn't their fault? Elytra.
It wasn't that they
And-
were giant
yeah.
douchebags and drove her insane.
I mean, she might have also filled Sugar Bomb's room with bugs at one point because his name was Sugar Bomb.
Oh, you didn't have to
So-
do that. It just sort of happens.
Yeah. So, arguably, it's not entirely my fault, but
Doesn't count,
I
it's
might
like-
have encouraged certain bugs.
Ant problems.
Stop
caused
me
by
from
sugar
cutting off
bomb
the guy's
tallying.
hands, so that's clearly your fault.
Yeah,
I mean, not really.
because I clearly have the ability to stop you.
to stop somebody who can move at
Clearly.
the speed of light, like
Ain't that fast. But yeah,
no, she's not. But she's pretty fucking fast, and I don't think Electra. can
listen,
stop
I am
her.
not letting you just have access to Flash level speed at the get go,
No.
okay? That's absurd.
You gotta work up to it.
Yeah, I can't move through space and I can't move through time. Go backward in time, forward in
I am
time.
promising now, the only time travel that is happening is a one-off thing, okay? We are not doing a flashpoint.
I don't
Ah,
fuck with
that's
time
fair.
travel.
Rewind.
Be two instances of time
That's
travel,
an
but one of them you will not be
amazing-
directly involved in.
I love Rewind so much and all the anxiety and like I was like, yeah, no, I guess I'd be a little fucked up. If
I will
had
throw this out there. I
seen
do have a
shit.
plan for him coming back.
Oh, that's amazing. But I'm bum. Love Rewind.
But that is for a
Top
later
tier.
time, as is the resolution to 5 nights of Physiques here. For the time being, thank you all for joining us and enjoying the absolute chaos that was this evening. Like,
Yeah.
dear God, I didn't expect it to go half the ways it did.
Good.
But that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Never know what we're.
You
never know what
presented
to
us
expect.
with more youths to terrorize. What are we supposed to do? Be nice to them?
Nice
Possibly?
ones.
We haven't reached that arc yet.
Oh my
You
God.
haven't
$0
given us-
to be nice.
I mean,
Our
I
frontal
wasn't.
lobes aren't fully developed yet.
I wasn't terribly mean to Dino
I like
Blight. Yes,
Jordan.
I beat him to a pulp, but
And
he
you also kind
volunteered
of
for that.
cheated.
No, we never specified no powers.
I mean, it was sort of implied because, you know, he could have just turned into a Titanosaurus and
I never
squished
told
you
him
if he
he
wanted
couldn't.
to.
What a dork.
I was also sandbagging, though.
You should
I
have
was about to
boxed her
say,
as
that's
a
like the one
T-Rex.
thing
I
that
think that
made
would've been
him not
better.
call you out is that, like, you're wearing weights, but also you kind of used your bugs to cheat, so it's like...
It's like, is that?
Figured we were in a superhero gym. Why not?
But that'll be more to discuss at a later time. For now, thank you all for joining us this evening. And next time, we'll be either continuing this or continuing on with the drama happening in the 50s. We'll see.
Yeah.
But until then,
Bye.